And we are live. I think we're live. Good evening, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Paul's with me tonight.
Hello.
Pete's here.
Hello.
Arthur's here.
Hi.
As always with these live streams, please let me know in the chat if you can hear us and you can see us. And we're going to dive in, and then we're going to start teaching you how to play Trials of Tempus. So this is a new D&D themed style game. It is not a role-playing game. It is a board game, but it's set in the D&D universe. It's from WizKids, who have sponsored this video. And I'm hoping that WizKids, the publisher, is going to be in the chat. And at least one of the designers is in the chat. Thor's in the chat. Excellent. Thank you very much, Thor, for joining in tonight. Thor is going to be keeping us honest tonight to make sure, first of all, we play by the correct rules. But also, if we have any queries about how any specific cards work, we had a practice game this afternoon. We certainly had a few queries which have been answered. Thor will be here to help us out. So yeah, thank you very much for that. What is this game? This is a team-based game for between 4 and 8 players. I mean, the box says 2 to 8 players, and you can play it with 2 players, but you have to control 2 heroes each if you're playing 1 player per side. So because there's 4 of us today, we've each got 1 hero, but if we really wanted to, we could have played an 8-hero game, each controlling 2 heroes. However, you can see that this game does take up quite a lot of space on the table. We've got the main board here. This is one of 2 boards that's included in the game. We have various types of terrain on here, which we'll be explaining later. So yeah, we're just playing 1 hero each tonight. Now, one of the cool things about this game is once you've decided which map layout you're playing, there is a character creation process. So your actual hero is consisting of 3 things. The first thing is your class, and I'm just going to show you the class that I've chosen to play today. I'm going to be playing the wizard. So this is me. I am going to be playing a wizard. This gives me various bits of information, and it tells me which figure I should be using. So this is the wizard figure. These are pre-painted miniatures from WizKids, just so you know. The pre-painting is really good on them. So you choose your character class first, and there is a specific order in which you're supposed to do this. One team chooses first, then the other one, etc., etc. Then what you do is after you've chosen a class, you choose a subclass. So for each of the classes in the game, you have a subclass. So because I'm playing a wizard, I have chosen today to play the divination subclass. And you can see that it's a subclass card, wizard divination. So for each of the classes in the game, there are 2 subclasses. And then after you've done that, you decide which actual hero you're going to play. And that hero is made up of 2 cards or 3 cards? I thought there was 3 cards. Maybe it's just the 2 cards. But it's your character card and a scholar card. And I'll just show you these as well. So I'm going to be playing Mertz today, and Mertz gives me some abilities, and it gives me 3 skills. So I'm Athletics 13, Knowledge 6, Savvy 11. Now, the lower this number, the better, because whenever I do one of these tests, I have to roll that or higher on a d20. The core mechanism of the game, if you are familiar with Dungeons and Dragons, is we're going to be rolling lots of d20s in this game. And we're trying to get target numbers and things like that. So the objective of this game, there is a little bit of the theme to the game, which I didn't read out to you this afternoon, but it's set on the Sword Coast. For the last several years, on the 20th day of Kythorn, the summer solstice, a gigantic flaming sword has appeared outside one of its cities. Hovering in the air, it remains but a 10-day, then disappears, only to reappear elsewhere the following year. And it calls to you. Those who approach the sword are whisked away. No one knows where to, but when they return, they share tales of harrowing trials, rife with conflict, arcane puzzles, and horrifying monsters. And joy, the exhilaration of challenge, noble effort, and achievement. Thus, word is spreading. So essentially, the objective of this game is that the players divide into teams, and each team is trying to score as many victory points as it can by the time the game ends. We're going to track the victory points on this track here. We have the red team, boo, and then we have the blue team, yay! So we're going to be tracking the victory points there. And the game is essentially split into 2 parts. There is a trial champion, and you choose one of 4 trial champions for the game. And today I've chosen that we're going to be facing against the Iron Golem, mainly because the figure was really cool. So yeah, this is the figure for the Iron Golem. This is not the one that was recommended to me. It was recommended that we use the Hill Giant today, but we're playing against the Iron Golem today. But the trial champion won't appear until one team has reached a certain number of victory points. Now, the rules state 10 victory points, but there are variants in the rule book that you can play to fewer, and we're going to play to 7 today. So the trial champion is not in the game yet. But as soon as one of the teams gets to 7 victory points, then at the end of that round, the trial champion is going to appear in the middle of the board. And the trial champion is very, very dangerous, and he's going to be trying to kill us. When the trial champion is defeated, the game will end. And it's at that point where the player with the most victory points wins. Now, we are on a little bit of a time limit today. So if we get to the situation where it's quite late, we've been playing for a few hours, and the Guardian is too dangerous for us to kill, we may end it slightly early, but we'll let you know about that in due course. Right, what else do we need to cover before we start?
Thor says you've been very naughty and you've got an upgraded card.
Have I got an upgraded card already? No? No, all mines are ones.
Says Mertz has an upgraded Mage Hand card.
Well, I have Mage Hand 2, but it's a primary card, because that upgrades my Mage Hand. So I think I'm okay. It specifically says this is the card because I'm Mertz, and the Mage Hand card, if I've already got Mage Hand from my character class, then it's boosted.
It says, yes, that's Mertz.
Yeah, so I think it's good. These are both primary cards,
okay.
So I should have them. But yeah, let's talk about the cards a little bit before we start, because each player will have their own deck of cards. But that deck is made up of cards from 3 different places, which correspond to the 3 things that you chose at the start of the game. I'm also not on 30 hit points. So what's that, 20? I need 2 more hit points. So I mentioned that you will choose a character class, you will choose a subclass, and you will choose an actual character to play. And then your player deck is made up of all of the cards from those 3 different places together. So I'm playing Mertz, the wizard, whose subclass is divination. So all of my cards are a combination of Mertz's cards, the wizard cards, and the divination cards. And what you do is you take all of them cards, and any of them, I'll show this on the big screen, any of them that have this icon in the top right, that means it's a primary card. Let me know if that's in focus. I think it's in focus. It's mostly in focus, isn't it? Anyway, anything with this icon in the top right means it's a primary card. And all of your primary cards start off in play. Now, it's different for each character. So I've got 7 primary cards.
I've got 5.
You've got 5. You've got 6.
5.
You've got 5. Some of the cards, like your main attack cards, are actually 2-sided with a level 2 version on the other side. Make sure that you start off with the level 1 version of those cards. You will get a chance to upgrade them later on. Okay, so you've got all of your primary cards in play. These cards are what you can do in the game. They are the actions that you can do, and they contain various other bits of information. And these cards never leave play. So these are the permanent things that you can always do when it's your turn. You also have a deck of 12 level 1 cards. This is shuffled at the start of the game, and you draw 4 of them. So each player starts with 4 cards in their hand from that deck of cards. And your remaining 6 cards are level 2 cards. These start off aside. You don't have these yet, but once your character levels up, you will gain access to those cards. So all of your primary cards start in play. You have a 12 card deck of level 1 cards, 4 of which start in your hand, and then you have a deck of level 2 cards. That's it. Other than that, what else do we need to do? We need to set the board up. So you need to choose 3 quests. Every game you play, there will be 3 quests. There is a choice. I think there's about 10 of them or something like that. Some of the quests promote more player interaction if you really like the idea of attacking each other a lot. The 3 quests that we've chosen today, and I'm going to go through these because completing the quest is one way in which you can get victory points in the game. So the first quest is Siphon Power. Now you will have noticed in the middle of the board there is this tile, and at the end of a round, if either team has an unopposed hero on the place of power, in other words, there's no rival heroes there, then they gain progress. And the more we progress up here, the more points we get. So once we've been on there for a round, we get a point. Tier 2, 2 rounds is 2 points. And if we're on there for 4 rounds, and it doesn't have to be consecutive, I don't think, that's worth 3 points. So it's always 1 point for tier 1, 2 points for tier 2, 3 points for tier 3. So the maximum points you can get from a quest is 6. The second quest is Read the Runes. So we have 3 altars in the game, and they are on specific places on the board. and we need to go to one of these altars, succeed on a knowledge check, and end an ongoing spell effect of your choice. Now, Thor is in the chat, so hopefully he can confirm this, but one of the queries we had this afternoon is, can you literally end any ongoing spell effect, or does it have to be yours? We this afternoon played that it had to be your own, but let me know if that's different, because otherwise it seems a bit good that you could dispel other people's. So that's the way we were playing it. And again, if you do one altar, it's 1 point, 2 altars, it's an extra 2 points, and all 3 altars will mean you've gained a total of 6 points from that. The final quest is Monster Slayer. Yes. So we will basically gain progress on this quest for defeating the monsters. Now, this is important to know. If this quest is not in the game, what that means is that you're not actually going to get any direct reward for killing the monsters. So you need to be aware of that. We're going to track every time we do the killing blow on a monster. Once we've done 2 of them, it's 1 point. Another 3 is another 2 points, and another 5 is another 3 points. Right, do we have an answer from Thor on that?
We do.
Okay, it is supposed, so the wording on the card is correct. The idea is that it does dispel other people's things. Now, we didn't play with that this afternoon, so that's going to be interesting. So, Arthur, I'm going to be dispelling your things all the time.
That might take a while.
Arthur's playing a fighter, he doesn't really have that many.
Shield.
Shields, yes. Each player, I wasn't going to mention DR because I don't have any. But if you remember, if you look on the bottom of my character class sheet, you will see that there is a space for the shield token. This tracks your damage reduction. So if you're wearing armor, you will have a DR value. Now, as a wizard, I don't have any DR, but the paladin,
yes,
my friend the paladin,
I got 5.
5 DR. So there's 2 types of damage in this game. There's normal damage and there's pierce damage. Normal damage will be reduced by 5 because that is your DR. Pete, you're playing the bard. You've got a bit of armor, haven't you?
I've got 1 shield.
Yeah, you just put your loot in front of it. And Arthur, you're playing the fighter.
I am. Champion fighter.
And you've got 3 DR.
3 DR.
So yeah, we have a bit of DR. So the board was populated. Now the reason why the board is populated the way it is there you go. So there is that view going to be a good view? That view is going to be a good view. This is how you're supposed to populate the board. And you can see that we've got a camp here. That's a camp of goblins. We have a camp of kobolds here, and we have a camp of bugbears here. We also have an elite monster, which is the ogre. And it defines other things on the board as well. So because we're playing the quest that requires altars, it tells us where to put the altars. Depending on which other quest we would be playing, there would be other things on here as well. We've also got some chests on the board. So we have a treasure chest here, here, and here. Again, these are affixed ones based on the map. And these quests, we can loot them to get treasure. Treasure is worth points as well.
One this way.
Have I got that in slightly the wrong place?
There's.
Yeah, okay, so that looks like it should be...
That looks more like the middle.
That's the middle. Yep, that's the middle. Yep, that's it, well spotted. Right, also Thor is saying, yeah, this setup is the recommended one, but it's your game. You can do whatever you want. So I think what we should do, Paul, is I think we should move these 3 treasure chests and
bring them up here.
Put them over here.
Where we are.
Yeah, that sounds
You
fair?
can have the troll as well.
Okay. Right, so I mentioned that you're trying to get victory points in this game, and the way that you do that is by completing the quests, by finding loot. Every item of loot is worth 1 point. There was a third way as well, wasn't there? Events.
Yeah, events create things.
Events create things which might do something, but I think the main ways, yeah, certain events. So completing quest cards, gathering loot cards. That's how we're going to get the points. Right, we're going to dive in. We're going to start playing. We'll explain the rules as we go along. We play over a series of rounds. We start off in round 1. The round tracker is up there, and very pleasingly, the round tracker is round. And there are 5 phases in the round. You've got the reference sheet.
Yeah.
Is it 5 phases?
We've got 5 phases.
5 phases. So the first phase is each player draws 2 cards from their deck, except in the first round of the game, you draw 4. So we all now have 4 cards in our hand. If at this point, and I will mention this briefly now, but you'll see it later on, if at this point you go to draw cards and your deck is empty, that's when your character levels up. So at the moment, we all still have 8 cards in our deck. So in another 4 rounds, our decks will be empty. So I think at the start of round 6 is when our characters will level up. unless there is a certain game effect that allows us to draw cards, in which case you might level up earlier.
Yep.
As we saw in the last game. So that's phase 1 done. Very simple. Draw 2 cards, or 4 in the first round. The next thing we do, and I'm just going to shuffle these because we might end up getting the same ones as we had last time, is we have a big deck of event cards, and we draw an event, and this could change the game a little bit or massively. Right, so the event that we've got for round 1 is a time for peace. No attacks may be played this round, and monsters skip their turn.
Suits me.
Now,
That's
this
good.
is actually
That's
not... this happening in round 1, this isn't going to change the game that much. But if this was to happen later in the game, this would actually have quite a big effect on the game. So yeah, these events can be very, very game-changing. So none of us can do any attacks this round. Technically, we should put that in play, and it will disappear at the end of the round. Right, the third phase of the game is where we roll for initiative. So all players, or all heroes, roll d20. And then we're going to mark everybody's initiative at the top. If 2 people roll the
17
same,
for the paladin.
here, they both roll again. We have a roll-off. You 2 both rolled 8s. And then you both rolled 4s. Right.
Yes.
Okay. So you're on 8.4.12, and Arthur's on 8.4.2, whatever. Right.
And paladin 17,
The
please.
Paladin's on 17.
Yes.
He's had his porridge this morning.
So use up all your good rolls.
Yeah.
So that's phase 3. You basically roll initiative. Now you'll notice at the top of the board there we have monsters on 10. The monsters always go on 10. Well, I say always go on 10. There might be an event which changes that. Who knows? And now we go into phase 4. So in phase 4, this is where most of the action happens. And what's going to happen is from initiative 20 and going down, players are going to take a turn. So it's the paladin first. On your turn, you do 2 actions, and you can do as many free actions as you want to. Now, what counts as an action? Basically, the cards that we have either in our hand or on the table will say on them whether they are actions, or they are things called chains, or they are other abilities as well. And you can do 2 actions. Now, you can play a card from your hand with an action on it. If you do that, the card is played and goes to your discard pile. If you use the action of a card that you have in front of you, then it stays in play. You don't ever lose these cards. You can constantly do these things. Just before we start, I was going to have a quick run round of what each of us can do, because we didn't do this last time. So my character has a base movement value of 5, and my special ability is that monsters do not target me unless I have attacked or dealt damage to a monster since the start of my last turn. So when we did the game this afternoon and that ogre came and attacked me, it shouldn't have done.
I'm not sure because it.
Oh no, because I
you
got
were
it in the
attacking
fire,
other
didn't I?
characters, weren't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I got it in the fire. So yeah, so monsters don't target me unless I have attacked or dealt damage. Each character also has what's called an interaction ability, which is a way that they can boost an ally's attack, and you count as an ally of yourself. So that's going to be useful. So I have the ability that I can make an ally's attack deal burn damage. Right. Paul.
Okay, so paladin, I've got an ability, an interaction. Once a turn, I can give an ally +3 DR until the start of the next turn. Okay, my main
Your damage reduction, isn't it?
which is damage
Until
reduction,
the start
until
of
the
their
start of their
next turn.
next turn, and I discard a card to do that. I've got a move action, which is move up to 6 spaces over the course of your turn, and I'm also immune to daze.
Immune to daze. Right, Pete, you're a bard.
I'm Bonnie the Bard, and I've only got little legs, so I move 5 spaces in my turn through the course of my turn. That means I can stop and do something else and then carry on
Yeah,
moving.
we can all do that. Yeah.
And I can move through all creatures' spaces, so I don't have to kind of go round them. I can
Yeah.
go
Normally
through
you
them.
can't move through enemies.
But also, myself and any ally I can see may re-roll ones, which is good. And the
Okay.
interaction is once per turn I can discard a card and give my ally advantage on a skill roll. And
Right.
advantage means you roll 2 dice, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
that's on a skill check.
On
So
a
not
skill
an
check.
attack or
Right.
anything like that.
Right.
Okay, Arthur.
Okay, I am Gaines, the champion fighter. I move 6 spaces in a turn. My critical hits deal an extra
Deal
3
extra
points
damage, right?
of piercing damage. I'm quite athletic, If I defeat a target with or critically hit a target with a great weapon attack, so my weapon is a great axe, so it is a great weapon. I may make an additional weapon attack once per turn, so I get an extra attack in certain circumstances. And weapons, I've got great axe as mentioned. I've got a
What's
javelin,
your
I've got a
interaction
throw,
ability?
and my interaction skill is
Give an
that I can give an ally advantage on an attack roll.
Yeah, I forgot. I've got divination ability as well. So whenever any player rolls a 10, anywhere, ever, in any game, I can re-roll another die and choose which one is the result.
Ah,
So you can screw up our 10.
We have no averages here.
right.
That was my subclass ability.
My subclass is Oath of Ancients, and adjacent allies take 2 less damage from all sources, from all attacks and other sources.
Right. Okay. And you
However,
can't use
I can't use great
weapons because you've got a big shield.
Yeah.
Right.
My subclass is I get advantage on all knowledge and savvy rolls.
Right. Okay. So that's some specific stuff about what our characters can do.
Did you want to mention the terrain?
Terrain, yeah. So various types of terrain on the board. We have these big tree areas. Now, these tree areas basically count as obstacles, and they block line of sight and they block movement. So you can never move onto one of these spaces, and you can't trace line of sight through them, but you can trace line of sight along a corner. We also have the water, which is an obstacle in terms of movement, but it doesn't block line of sight. And we also have these walls. So these walls they also block line of sight, they also block movement. And I'm just going to zoom in. If I press the right button, I think it's that one. Yeah. So if you look carefully at these walls, they actually extend slightly beyond the point there. What that means is... Oh, is it that one? Sorry, that one. These walls, they extend slightly beyond the point. So what that means is those two things cannot see each other because there is no line of sight and movement beyond those. But if we were to look at...
What's that?
Let's just go across and look at this area, for example. Here
I think there's line of sight.
is
The line of
different.
sight, but they can't move.
Line of sight, but they can't move.
Yeah, because they
Isn't
can
this-
see.
Yeah.
Oh,
from
sorry.
that.
Yes.
Point to point.
Yeah. Let's just clarify that again, because exactly right. I got that wrong. To have line of sight, you just trace any point from anywhere in that space to anywhere in this space. So what's blocked between these two spaces is movement. So that goblin cannot move to there because of the wall, whereas these you can move from there to there. So that's the difference between that type of terrain.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So you've got 2 actions. What is it that you want to do?
Okay. Well, I am in the corner, so I'm going to move out. Of the
Remember,
corner.
this round, it's a time for peace.
It is a time for peace.
So we cannot
I'm
do
very
any
peaceful.
attacks.
I'm a peaceful
I
paladin.
think you'd be struggling to attack.
It would be quite tricky to
Yeah.
attack this round anyway.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to use my move action.
So you're using your default
My default
primary
move.
card, so you're not playing a card from your
I'm not
hand.
going to play a card from my hand. I can move up to 6.
Yeah. Now, when you move, you
Spaces.
can move diagonally. Yeah. So where do you want to go?
So it's interesting because this is worth us looking at. I'm thinking I might come through this way though. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay.
That's one move.
Did you want to chain anything off that move?
I'm not sure that I can chain anything off that
Okay.
move.
I'll explain chains when we use them.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that this round. Just going
And
to
then
move again.
Are you just going to choose the move
I'm
action
gonna-
again?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you want to be adjacent now. 1, 2. I have to pick my way through the trees.
Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
There.
Right. And then that's you done.
Yep.
So then we go on initiative 10. Now, this round, the monsters are going to skip their turn, but the monsters would actually skip their turn anyway, because each monster camp activates or doesn't activate, but it only activates under certain situations, which is there is a visible hero within 2 spaces of any of them. The camp has taken damage from anything at some point between their last turn and this one. And there's a third situation as well.
Yeah. That's...
There's some reference cards with this game,
Yep.
which is handy.
So they've been activated by some other means.
Something
such as
else
an event.
activates them.
Yep.
So
I
they
thought it was,
wouldn't
I thought it
activate
was
anyway.
within 2 spaces
Here-
of the campfire.
Sorry.
No, a hero is visible within 2 spaces of any monsters.
Okay.
In
Any
the
monsters in the
on
camp.
that camp
I had a
turn.
misunderstanding.
Yeah. So they wouldn't activate anyway because they can't see anybody. They can't see anybody, and even though it's close, it's not within 2. So and the ogres,
Actually, they're going to miss their turn, aren't they?
they're going to skip their
Hey,
turn
would you
anyway.
mind, might I just go there?
Oh,
that
so
right?
you wouldn't have gone there.
I wouldn't have gone there had
because
they,
they're
yeah, because they could have seen me.
yeah,
But
and that's it.
They can't see.
Nice
me
easy
this
start for the monsters. Right, then it's the bard.
So I never would have thought the paladin was frightened of a few
Do
kobolds.
you,
Yeah, no,
Though,
I've
yeah.
stepped up. I'm stepping in.
do you know any good songs lately?
Get that loot swinging.
So,
Hands off the lead.
yeah, okay, so that's their turn, right?
They skip their turn,
Yeah,
so we
so
can
that's
put that.
unambiguous, yeah. Right, Mr. Bard.
Okay, it's me. Oh, right. The first thing I'm going to do is an enduring action spell, Long Strider.
Okay, just pass us the card and I'll show it on the big screen. So Pete is using a card from hand, and you can see at the top it's an action. So it's going to cost him one of his 2 actions to play it, and it has an hourglass in the top right. The hourglass in the top right means that this card is ongoing. So what he does is he puts this card into play in front of him, and it will last until it is dispelled. It will stay, and there's various ways of dispelling it. So yeah, and you will see over the course of the game, we are going to be playing a lot of ongoing cards into our area. So what does that one do?
Right, it means that each of your movement actions, you can move +1 space on each turn. I think if you play 1 or more move actions, does that mean you can move +1 on each of the actions, or just once?
It's ambiguously worded.
It says all allies may move +1 space on each of their turns if they play 1 or more move action. So it's 1 movement as long as you do 1 move action. If you do 2 move actions, it's still only +1 movement.
Okay.
But that is you and Arthur, isn't it?
So my
It's
second
your
move
side.
action is going to be to move 6. Now that I can.
Now that you
1,
can.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And if you're familiar with Dungeons and Dragons and a lot of the character classes and the spells in that game, things work in a similar way to this game. What was the name of it? Long
Strider.
Strider.
And now it's the fighter.
Now it's the fighter's turn.
Fighter's up. All right. So I get to move an extra 1. So I shall move 7. 1,
According to the FAQ, the bard
2,
player
3,
should sing a
4.
song when casting a spell. No, please don't.
5,
Please
6.
You really,
7.
really do not want me to sing a song. I promise you that.
And then second movement action 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh. Right. So we get to show you this. I'm just going to zoom in on that part of the board. These are the treasure chests. So a treasure chest is currently filled with treasure, and as long as you occupy that space, you can loot the treasure chest. Now, I use the term occupy the space specifically because it happens during your movement. Now, in this particular case, Arthur has ended his movement on that space, but if he still had movement points left, he could open the chest, get the treasure from inside, and then carry on moving. So what you do is you flip the chest over. That chest has now been looted. Don't worry, it's going to be refreshed magically at some point.
Let it be good.
Well, I'm gonna make you pick. There you go. Have a loot card.
I like that one because it's genius. I get a victory point.
So every loot card you have is worth 1 victory point.
And it's a headband of intellect, which I think my fighter badly needs.
I think definitely.
Headband.
What does it do? It gives you
Yeah,
+2 to your knowledge rolls.
yeah.
But importantly, all loot cards are worth 1 victory point. Is that it?
Next.
That is it, yes.
It's Mr. Wizard.
Hey, right now I've been busy.
Right, come on.
I've not been looking at anything. So, don't think I want to do that. Kind of want to do that, but I also want to move.
I'm going to go straight for the ogre then.
I'm not going to go for the ogre. I am absolutely not going for the ogre. What I'm going to do is I am going to play a chain card because I think we need to explain how chain cards work. So let's have a look at this. This is a chain card. You see here it's got chain, move, and it's got a chain around the icon. Now, every time you do an action, you may boost that action by playing 1 chain card as long as it's relevant to the action that you're taking. So I'm about to perform the move action, which means I can play this card, but not only does it boost this action, it's an ongoing card. So basically, I'm going to put that card into play, and it's going to increase the movement that I do right now, but also permanently. So I'm moving at 6 as well because of my expeditious retreat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's my first move action. And And my second action is that I think I'm going to move 6 again.
Ooh. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Nice.
So I'm on an altar. Now, can I do the thing that Arthur just did from the altar? And the answer to that is no, because the altar is part of this quest, which says read the runes. And in order to read the runes on the altar, I need to succeed on a knowledge roll. Now, a knowledge roll is one of those skills that I was telling you about earlier. So every character has a card with 3 things on it. And as you can see at the top, it's an action to use one of these skills. So therefore, I can't actually do it this turn. I'm going to have to wait till next turn in order to be able to use that. So that is my go done.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Paul's just pointed out that your second move you were limited to 5 because it's the same as long strider.
Oh, it is. So I've cheated. So can I not get there?
Again.
No, you can.
Again.
You can because
Can I?
you did. You only moved 5 to get to it.
6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, but thank you for clarifying that. So yeah, it's not just +1.
Yeah.
So it's good that the wording on the cards is the same. It's as long as I move at some point on my turn, I get +1 movement. Thank you for clarifying that, Thor. You got to keep an eye on me. That's phase 4 done. We've all had our initiatives, so now we go into phase 5. So in phase 5, we move the round marker. All players discard down to 5 cards. You cannot keep more than 5 cards in your hand from one round to the next.
That isn't very long.
Done that.
Yeah.
There are certain other things that might happen as well. So at the end of round 5, we are going to respawn the camps of monsters as long as the camp is entirely defeated. And we also refill the treasure chests if they've been looted. And as long as one team has got 7 points, that's when we spawn the Trial Guardian. As it is, we go into round 2. Each player draws 2 cards. And now we have an event. So the event this round is Tribute. So this is going to be something which is going to appear at a random location on the board at a random initiative. So we don't actually determine where it's going on the board yet. What we do is we determine when it's going to appear on the board, and then
Immediately.
okay, so Arthur has rolled a 20. So what we need to do is we need to get the tribute counter, which is, I believe, this one. That goes on initiative 20. And then when we get to that initiative, the tribute is going to appear on the board, and we'll explain what it does. Phase 3, player initiatives. 12.
12.
Seriously?
Yes.
I haven't rolled yet. I might get it.
Yeah.
I might get it
Yeah, I
12.
might get 12 as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We've all rolled 12.
What were the chances of that?
The chances of that are
Oh,
not a lot. If somebody wants to tell us who's watching this live,
160,000, isn't
what's the chance that all of us roll the same initiative value?
It's
18.
16.
One.
16.
Okay.
So you will be
I can
first.
re-roll ones.
So because we're in front of the monsters, technically what we should do here, we should all stack ourselves on the 12. No, let's do it. So I'm first on the 12.
Right, gotcha.
Pete's at the bottom.
No, I'm not, because I rolled a 1 and I can re-roll ones.
Ah,
11.
11.
okay. So you're on the bottom.
You're on the
Instead of the bottom.
And then it's
And
between
we,
you two.
And then we
Roll
roll off.
again, yeah.
We roll off again.
8,
10.
10. So you're ahead of me. Okay.
Me. How about that?
80,000. The 1 in 80,000 chance that was going to happen.
There you go.
Wow.
It depends. The chance of us all rolling a 12
There's 20
is
numbers, but I
different
think it's less.
from the chance of us all rolling the same number.
Yeah, correct.
That's true.
Yep.
So
Right. So
It's another, so it might be just...
that was initiative.
That was initiative.
So now on initiative 20.
Now, so on initiative 20, we need to roll to see where something... Now, some of you may have noticed, we have the numbers 1 to 20 in red and blue. And you may have noticed that we have a red and we have a blue dice. So whenever we need to determine a random location, we roll the red dice and the blue dice.
Red 8, blue
So I rolled a
20.
20. So blue 20,
Over there somewhere.
red 8 is here.
In the water.
Now, it's in the water. Water is impassable. We cannot move onto it. So we move it from there towards the centre, and it's there. So the tribute has appeared there. Now, what does the tribute do? The first hero to occupy this space may remove a card from in their hand from the game in order to draw 2 cards.
accelerating your
That
development.
seems very good.
Mm.
That does seem very, very good.
For me to get there though, I can't go through the water.
You can't go through the water.
So
You
I have
can't
to
swim.
You can't go
go
through
around.
you can't go through the cobalt.
No.
No.
At least not initially.
Well.
So maybe next round. Right.
Okay.
Off we go then. Initiatives. So
Starting with
I'm on
you.
12. I'll go first. And the first thing I'm going to do is
It's going to be 1 in 8,000 because the
It's more-
20 times 20 times 20.
Yeah.
Yes,
So 1 in 6,000 because
but there's 20 possible numbers, so it's less than that.
well, it's just the second, third, and fourth dice had to be the same as the first.
You're right. Okay, so it's 20 cubed. Yeah.
Anyway, right. So what I'm going to do is my first action is to do a skill test. Okay, and as part of that skill test, I'm going to play a chain card because it's a chain skill card. So that's going to go into play, and it gives me advantage on all knowledge rolls until while that spell's in play. And advantage means you roll 2 dice and you take the best result. Now, I'm really good at knowledge. I know stuff, so I only need a 6 or more.
So traditionally you get 2 3s or something.
Yeah, knowing me. I've rolled a 14 and 8, so I've succeeded on a knowledge check. Now, what I also need to do is I need to immediately end an ongoing spell effect of my choice.
That'd be that one then.
Is there not one over
I
there?
think there's one over there.
Isn't there
There's
one over
some
there?
long,
Nothing to see
long
over here.
striding
Nothing to
going
see
on
over
over
here.
We're
there.
going to get rid of
There's
that
some
long
long stride.
striding. Now, the way that we mark that we've read one of the runes is that goes there, and that gets us a point.
Nice,
And what
nice.
we also do is we mark this altar with a token because we cannot read the runes on that altar again. So the three altars, in order to get the full points for this, you've got to read 3 different altars. Well, that's not bad. That's a good first
That's a
turn.
good start.
That is a good
That's a
start.
great start.
That was the first action, right?
That was my first action. My second action is I think I'm going to move. So I'm still moving 6. And I kind of want to get involved in what's going on in here. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just go here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I need to remember that I've got this interaction skill because I have 4 cards in hand. Oh, no, you can keep 4, can't you? You can keep 5.
Yeah.
But I need to remember that I can discard this to make an attack get burned 2. Which is pretty good. Right, okay, that's me done. Who's next?
Right, next with initiative of 12 is the Paladin.
Okay. Right then. Well, Paladin's going to do things that Paladins do.
Donate all of your money to the church?
Yeah. So.
I don't think that's the one he had in mind. No.
So, yeah, does it chain off an attack action? Probably not. Okay. So I'm going to do a I'm going to use my javelin.
I'm just going to have a look down here to where you are. Here you are. There he is.
Okay, so that's me. And I also have a javelin in hand.
Okay,
So I am going to use my javelin for a ranged attack. It's
so let's just have a look at the card. So this is one of Paul's permanent cards that he's got in play. And you can see that it's a ranged attack because it's got range 6. Now, ranged attacks cannot be used if you are adjacent to your opponent. They can only be used at range 2 up to this value here. And what you do when you're doing an attack is very simple. You roll a d20 and then you might miss. You might deal 4 damage or you might deal 8 damage. And every card is different based on what you've got. So off you go. Do your...
and I'm also going to chain.
Oh, you got a chain.
Do I have to declare the chain card
So
first?
chain attacks, I believe, yes.
Right.
Chain damage
Okay.
is done afterwards.
This is going to be a chain attack. So I'm going to add.
So your weapon attacks deal +2 pierce damage. I mean, you want to do this before because it is an ongoing card.
Yeah.
So you've got divine favour. All of your weapons deal +2 damage for the rest of it.
I'll just put that there.
And according to Joe, you need to shout "smite thee" whenever you attack.
Smite thee!
That's also going to be added to the FAQ.
Right,
Okay.
excellent. Okay, so I'm going to roll for my,
Joe's FAQ.
my
as well.
javelin, and I'm attacking this kobold here.
Yep.
Okay, straight through there.
So you've got line of sight.
Got line of sight.
It's a 16.
16, which does 8 damage.
8 damage
Plus
+2
2.
with pierce.
So,
At this
Is
point,
that all attacks or just melee attacks?
all attacks. At this point, I'm going to show you the monsters. So we have a view on the camera. These are the 4 monsters that we've got in play. We have the ogre, which is the elite monster. and the other 3 are
Minions.
non-elite monsters,
Minions.
regular monsters. So
Minions.
you'll see that the ogre has health. The ogre has 40 hit points, and that works in exactly the same way as us. Whenever we deal damage, we reduce the hit points. But the other monsters, the way that they work is as long as they take any amount of damage, could just be 1, you put a wound counter on it. So this was Kobold D. So what we do is we put a wound marker on Kobold D. That Kobold is now wounded. And if you wound it again, then it's killed.
I think it's dead.
However, that's how it normally works. However, it says on it, it's wounded if they suffer any damage, or if they suffer
10 or more.
10 or more damage
From a single source.
from a single source, then it's defeated. Now, this is interesting, actually, and Thor will confirm this in the chat. The wording on that actually says 10 or more damage, not pierce damage.
Ah.
But I think it should be dead, because you've dealt
I've
8
dealt
damage,
8 damage.
and 2 pierce damage. But I think it counts as 10.
I believe
So
so.
I think the kobold is. I think the kobold
The
is
kobold
is killed.
toast.
So what we do is we remove the kobold from here, and because one of our quests is Monster Slayer, we mark that you've done 1 last hit.
So Thor
What
has
am I
clarified it's meant
It should
as
be total
total
damage. Okay,
but
so what's on there? That should be
Okay.
the word damage rather than specifically the three slashes.
So he doesn't drop anything?
No, so it's you only get loot from the monsters when the last one of a camp is killed. Whatever you do, don't play that every single monster dropped loot. We did that once and thought, wait a minute, this game, we're getting way too much loot.
Where's the kobold? I could put him on here.
And then we reread the rules and it was like, oh no, it's only when the last one is killed. So yes.
Okay. So for my second action, I'm going to play something which I might need some help with, but it's Nature's Wrath. This is another attack
It's
action.
another attack action, but this is an area effect.
Area effect. Okay, so
Oh,
targets all opponents in an area 5 with you as a centre.
I don't think that's going to do anything.
Is that?
That's going to be a 5x5 grid with you at the middle.
No, it doesn't.
they are.
No, it
they
doesn't
are.
reach.
They are within 5.
No, a 5x5 square.
Oh, not
Here
5
in the
radius.
middle.
Not 5
So
radius.
it's it's there.
It's that bit. Okay, yeah.
It literally goes
Yeah,
up
yeah.
to there.
Can't you use your javelin again?
I can use my javelin again.
Your
I can.
infinite supply of javelins.
Yeah, I've got the javelin in my pack. I'm just going to check to see if there's something else I want to do first, because they are likely to come swarming me very soon.
Really? Are you sure?
Yeah.
How many is necessary for a swarm?
2, I think.
Yeah, more than 1. Okay, so I am going to use my javelin.
Okay.
I'm going to do a ranged attack.
Off you go. You're going to shoot the next one.
I'm going to shoot the next one. It's still in line of sight. Just take them out. That's 11 this time, which is 4 damage.
That's 2.
Plus 2 is 6.
Six, which is
damage.
just a wound.
Just
Which
a
is which
wound.
one?
C.
C.
Kobold C. They've all got little letters printed on the bases.
Yeah.
So you can see which one's which.
Okay.
Correspond to these.
Yeah.
And I think I am going to chain the back of that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, you've already done. Oh, it's per action.
No, it's a
Yeah, you
per
can do
action.
1 chain per action.
So I'm going to use defend, which is chain from any action, and it gives me 3 DR extra until the start of my next turn. So it gives me a bit more armor.
Right. You think you'll need it?
Against
Well,
kobolds?
I think that's pretty much good. Well, it actually will make no difference, actually.
No, it won't.
Because
How much are they hitting for?
Well,
They'll hit you for
Oh,
1
3 plus 1. I don't
it's
need
not
that.
worth
three,
it.
I don't
Because
want
you've
it.
got 5 armor.
Yeah,
You got 5 DR.
Thank you. No, right. Just had a little word in my ear from my ally.
Don't want to do that.
Yeah, it says, don't do that.
Okay, so that is the paladin done.
Paladin done.
So it is now the honourable fighter. I shall move. Sadly, I'm only moving 6 because my long strider
Oh.
benefit has vanished.
Now,
Apparently,
before you do that, I'm going to have a free action,
Oh yes, so there are free actions.
and it's got
Which
a
I'll show you
lightning
here.
bolt on it.
So you can see it's a free action because it has a lightning bolt in the corner. Now, free actions can be played at any point in the game, even when it's not your turn, unless the card says otherwise. So some of the cards say specifically when they're used. This one doesn't. So therefore, it can be used at any time in the game.
So I can play it now.
Yep.
And what it does is means I can give one of these bardic inspirations to the fighter because he's in line of sight and he's within range of 10. So once.
Just about line of sight, and
Three,
just see him
4.
through the trees. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see him.
So you can put that on yourself.
No. Other than
It's
you.
got to be other than you. I was going to
They
say,
may,
like,
so they may spend this token before any roll to gain advantage on that roll.
okay,
And
nice.
but you can't have more than one. So I need to do it now whilst you're still in line of sight.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, well,
Break a leg.
cheered by that amazing musical work of art.
Very bravely rolled Sir Robin.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Charge.
Actually, I'm not charging. I could charge.
Oh, you're not charging.
That was a
Okay.
move action.
No
Um,
charge.
So,
No charging going on here.
do we think I can go into the fire?
I think so. I think the campfire space doesn't count as a blocked space. So
It's not full of flames.
And
It's
again-
just where the camp is based.
Thor will confirm this, but I think you can
Yeah.
go
And
on to
if,
the
he,
fire.
if he denies it, then I'll go.
He
there.
says yes, you can.
Fine.
I thought you could.
And you take 2 points of it. No.
No, that's something different.
Right. Then I will do some sort of attack. Probably a great axe attack. I'll just remember that.
Oh, so it doesn't need to be in line of sight to do that. I think it just
To do what?
Well, the bardic
doesn't require a
inspiration.
target.
Oh no, it doesn't require a target. Just range 10.
Okay.
Okay, because he can hear you over the trees.
Yeah. You can't get away from my singing.
All right. Anyway, I'm gonna make use of this bardic inspiration.
Okay.
So I don't think I used it enough last time.
Right.
And I therefore get an advantage roll against one of these guys.
Which
Let's
one do you
say
want to attack?
this one.
So when you've got advantage, you roll 2 dice and choose the best. You've rolled a 17 and an 18.
You know, I'll take the 18.
Okay.
I do 11 points of damage.
Which is
Wow.
so are the goblins the same?
Yes.
They are, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
It is
So-
deceased.
10 or more.
10 or more.
It's gone.
It's
It
gone.
has ceased to be.
It is an
It's
ex-goblin.
it is an ex-goblin. Yes.
So that was a
That was a kill on this
kill
one.
on that.
Okay.
Yep.
Now my special ability as a champion is if you defeat a target or critically hit with a great weapon attack, you may make an additional weapon attack once on your turn. So
There you go.
Nice.
Cool.
I haven't got advantage anymore.
Fantastic.
Well, can I give myself advantage? No,
Hang on.
okay.
Hang on.
Is that it again?
Ooh. I got another
Is that
one.
the same one?
No.
Okay, it's a different card.
I have
but
2
it's
copies of the same
the
card
same
in my
card.
hand.
Okay, I'm within 10, I presume.
Come on, my son.
All right, I'll spend that.
Yes, you're exactly 10.
Exactly 10.
Have it back.
You're going to do it again?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, why not?
This
Worked
one.
last time.
Critical hit.
Oh, 20.
It is an ex
So a critical hit means that you deal an
Extra
extra
damage.
3 damage, but the 3 damage extra is pierce damage,
Yeah.
which would get through any DR. These monsters don't have
Yeah.
DR.
Yeah, and in fact, I do an extra 3.
Oh, you do
anyway,
an extra 3. So
so
you did how much damage?
6 extra on
You did 17 damage.
17 damage. Yeah.
10 was enough to kill it. There's bits,
Now,
bits of goblin all over.
what that means is you've dealt 2 killing blows,
Yeah.
which means you've completed tier 1 of that quest.
Yeah.
You've got another one though, haven't you? Because of your great weapon skill.
That's if you defeat a target critically with a great weapon, you may do another one.
Yeah, so you get
Once.
to attack
Oh.
again, don't you?
Once on your
So
turn.
there's one additional
It's
attack
once per
once
turn.
on your turn.
Once
Yeah.
per turn. Oh, so you don't get to keep
Yeah, I
doing
didn't.
it.
I didn't
You
think.
can't just chain it all day long.
Well,
You get tired.
well, never mind. That was an okay turn. I'm happy.
Yeah, happy with
Can have a
that.
lie down now.
Go lie down. Yeah.
Who's
the
next? The bard.
Okay. Right.
rest.
I was singing the bare necessities
Okay.
to my grandson earlier, but I won't inflict that on you.
Right. I'm not sure what you're going to do this turn, but I think we can exchange items if we're adjacent.
Adjacent, yes.
We
So
never
keep in-
had this in
So
the last
keep in
game.
mind, I have a headband of intellect, which isn't terribly useful to me.
What does it do?
It gives extra to knowledge rolls, which
Oh,
I need to
okay.
do the altar things.
So loot cards. You can gain loot in 4 ways: opening a chest, defeating monster camps, certain events, and take it from a rival hero. So if a hero dies, they drop all of their loot. Okay, I thought there was about here we go. Loot cards give your hero. They cannot willingly be dropped, but 1 card can be gifted between heroes in the same party at no cost once per turn when you move into a space adjacent to each other. So yes, you can transfer loot cards between members of the same party.
Right, well, I'm going to move 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Because you've only got little legs.
Because I've only got little legs, and somebody's took my
So we took the long strider
my
away.
long strider away.
It
So
wasn't me,
suddenly
it was the altar.
Fell down a rabbit hole.
Don't blame me.
And then I'm going to do that again. Move again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that lands me on the altar, but
Ready
it's
to do
an
your
action.
thing?
It's
Yes.
an action to do the thing, so I can't do it until next turn. That's the end of my go.
Monster time.
Monster
Right,
time.
now we are going to have the monsters activating at this point
Yeah.
because we do this camp first, I believe. Oh, no, we do the monsters in this order. So we do the ogre first, but it doesn't activate because there's nobody within 2 and it's not taking damage.
injured.
Then the
Then the kobolds, because they are turn order number 1, so we do the kobolds next.
They've been damaged, haven't they?
Yeah, now the way that these work is that even if one member of the camp can see it, then they count as they can all see it. But because they've taken damage, they activate. Oh, no, I hadn't planned for this. I thought they were all going to go for you. But they're not.
They're not necessarily.
No,
Are they?
they're not. So what happens is, let's just get the camera down to this point
Don't we
here.
move them in letter order?
We move them in letter order. So A is here. No,
Yeah,
that's
that's
B.
A.
That should be A. I got them all wrong. Can you give me D and swap D over?
Yeah.
Yeah, the letter A one should be the one.
Suddenly
So
come
it
back
was
from
C
the
that
grave.
died.
It was
not
C that
D.
died.
Anyway, so we do them in letter order. This is A.
That was the one.
That was
And what it does is it moves towards the nearest.
Wonder who that might be.
That's me.
Mm.
I've just come out of the woods. I won't tell you what I was doing
Well,
there.
A.
Yeah, this one. So it goes to there. Well, so the other team move it. So you can move it there, or you can move it there. This light green background, by the way, is just grass on the ground. It's not.
Or I bet you move it there. What's their movement allowance?
Well, from there.
4.
Yeah, easy, get there.
Okay, so you're going to move to there?
Yeah.
Right. And then the monster attacks. So the monster attacks based on what's printed on the monster attack card, which, as you can see, for kobolds, on a 1 to 10, it's going to miss. On an 11, it's going to do 3 damage, which isn't going to affect the 2 fighters in the group because they've got lots of DR, but it always does 1 pierce as well, as long as it hits. However, the squishy mage with no DR,
Oh dear.
13.
13. That's a proper hit.
That's
I got
3
3
damage and the
damage.
pierce.
oh, played before the roll is made. So I'm a bit late for that one.
Actually, I think we may have forgotten something.
What
Don't
have
you
we
have
forgotten?
some special ability that prevents them targeting you?
Oh yeah, sorry. Monsters do not target me unless I have attacked or dealt damage to a monster since the start of your turn. Thank you.
Well
Thank you. So
done.
it doesn't go for me.
So 1, 2, 3. Do you want to move it an extra 1 so there's space for his buddy to come and join him?
No.
I was thinking of moving in less so there's space for his buddy to join him.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, ideally-
1, 2, 3, 4.
And Paul is in the chat and he's
Okay.
just said, yes, didn't you have an ability that stops them attacking me? Thank you, Paul, and thank you, Arthur. So it attacks you instead.
Yes.
She's 13.
That's
So
1 pierce.
it's 3 damage, but you've got 5 DR.
I've got 5 DR.
So nothing.
1 pierce.
But the
one
1
pierce.
pierce damage gets through, so you take
Which
1 hit
is
point damage.
Not blockable.
And curiously,
And it's this one next.
is it that one?
Yeah, because that's B. 1, 2. Yep.
Put it in there so the other one can.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and that one attacks.
Okay. You ready for this?
18. Another one.
So that's another 1 hit point.
Damage.
And
And the
then this
last
one comes in.
will go into. Yeah, you could go there.
I think that's okay.
19.
19.
Is that
Another
critical?
damage.
20 is a critical.
Come on, Kobold.
Right.
Well done, kobolds.
Next is the goblins. Goblins are up here.
Hmm.
Should we roll 1 each? And what do they do? Is it the same?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
it's very
It's
similar.
exactly the same, isn't it?
Very similar.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
1 to 10.
1 to 10 is a miss. That's 1 hit.
1 hit.
So
And
the
this
hit,
is on you.
the hit does 1 piercing.
Yeah, because you've got DR of 3.
The miss causes me to play a opportunity attack.
Okay.
When a hero or monster misses you with an attack, make a melee weapon attack.
So this is a free action.
Yeah.
But it's not. It's, yeah.
It's
but
immediate.
it's specifically on what's printed on the card. Whereas your free action, Pete, was any time you want to.
Right.
So I'm not sure which one that was, but whichever it was,
The one near.
that is a dead goblin.
I don't think he's going to be
He's dead.
troubling us much longer.
So that's a third.
That's a 3rd killing blow.
Goblin number B, letter B.
Mm.
That was
When you
goblins.
kill the last one, he drops some loot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He will do very shortly. You can bet your life on it.
And now we've got the bugbears, but the bugbears
Bugbears do
don't
nothing.
activate
They're just
because they didn't take any damage and there's nobody within 2.
They're just chilling.
And then we already did the ogre.
Yep.
So that's the monster's turn and that's the end of the round. So we go to round 3. We discard down to 5
5.
cards.
Yeah, easily done.
Corey's saying it was the second one, should be C.
Oh, it should be.
Yes, so C is wounded.
Why?
Oh, sorry,
no.
yes, yeah, that was the one I rolled for. Paul rolled for that one.
Okay,
And that was the one that you killed.
there's one alive that's
There's one alive,
uninjured,
yeah.
I believe.
Okay.
Right, round 3. So we move the round marker on. We draw 2 cards. And we have an event. And the event is Dragon's Breath. So this is an ongoing one, which again is going to appear at a random location and initiative. So the initiative is 11. The first hero to occupy this space may keep this card face up in front of them, and it gains the following attack action. They can spew dragon fire. So it's basically, I think it's a potion of Dragon's Breath.
There is a
Wow.
token.
There is a token. It is the one that is labelled Dragon's Breath, which I will find somewhere. Can't find it. Okay. Just put that on for now.
Yeah.
Until I...
Not that fire one.
No, that's Falling Sky.
So do we have to record the round numbered damage in some way?
It's whatever the damage is according to the current round. Dragon's Breath, found it. There you go.
What, when you use it?
When you use it.
Okay.
So when we get to initiative 11, we will roll to see where this potion of Dragon's Breath appears. Right, our initiatives. 20.
14.
Cocked. Glad we didn't all roll. I got to roll 12 again.
Again.
12 is the number.
What have you got?
14.
You can roll again. Roll again. Roll again.
Is he in line of sight?
Do you have to be in line of sight?
Oh, any ally I can see. Yes.
I probably can
Yes.
see.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So you can roll
through
again.
that gap.
Go and get a 10. Because then I can make you re-roll.
Yeah, that's my loads of difference.
Right, so I'm going first on 20. Right then. Gosh. I got 6 cards, so I probably want to use some. But there's a chest.
Yeah, there is.
Chests are good. Chests are good. Right. Okay. So Arthur, there's a feeling of deja vu as I'm going to cast Magic Missile. It's got range 15. I have line of sight. I'm going to deal you 3 piercing damage, 3 piercing damage, and 3. Oh no! Hang. Oh. Yeah. Interesting. No, I am going to, but I was thinking if I
Could
killed
you
that,
kill that?
that'd be the last one. It would drop loot. I could then use my mage hand to pick the loot up. That would be fun.
It's 3. So the card is.
The problem is all damage dealt to a target counts as a single hit, so it wouldn't be 2 individual
when
hits.
wounded or 10 plus
Is he
damage
wounded?
from a single sword.
That one's not wounded, is it?
No.
No. So that would be
Single
really cool
sword.
if I could do that,
Yeah.
but I don't think I can.
Can I do something? Adjacent allies. No. No.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that would be
Can't
great.
help
He's
that.
an evil little wizard, I think.
Yeah, if I was to kill that goblin and then steal the loot, that would be funny. But I can't. So instead, I'm just going to magic missile you.
This is better.
So pierce.
This is all piercing damage.
3 pierce damage, 3 pierce damage, 3 pierce damage,
But
but
it counts as one.
it counts as 1 hit because I'm attacking. I could split it over multiple targets, but I don't want to.
Okay, so I will
That
shrug it
goes
off.
to my discard pile. So
So
that's
5.
10 down to 5.
Oh yes, I will shrug it off again.
Oh, so Arthur's got a free action card which allows him to prevent 5 damage, which can affect pierce damage. Ugh, that didn't work.
I remember that.
Yeah, we did exactly the same this
Attempted
afternoon.
to steal my treasure. Attempted to steal
Yeah.
my kill.
Yeah.
And attempted to injure me.
So, do I go for the loot in the treasure chest,
Or
or do I go and
Center.
stand on this and
Mhm.
hope that I'm on that at the end of the round?
I think. Well, the only thing is that if you are there, then this guy He's gonna do the knowledge check and then run for the.
I'm going to go
But
here.
he can't run that far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He won't be able to get there. So you could still be on it.
What's your movement?
when
6.
is the-
So you could attack that, kill it, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And
The
get
problem
on it.
is he'll get on it,
Yeah, and then it's wasted.
and then it's wasted, but he'll get a point. No, it's fine. It's fine because this is the trap that we're leading them into.
Yeah.
Remember the
Oh,
thing
yeah,
we talked
that
about
one,
earlier.
yeah, got it.
So I'm going to move there now. You can open these chests during your movement. So I have 6 movement. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Open the chest. I have 2 movement points left. We gain a point,
Nice.
and I found a mask of friendship. Monsters do not target me unless I have attacked or dealt damage to a monster since the start of your turn.
Oh, you could do giving that to me.
Which is the exact ability that I already have.
Yeah, I need to get.
Well,
that
you can
closed.
trade it away.
I can trade it
Or I
away.
can steal it off you, whichever.
Yeah, still a point.
So I have a mask of friendship. So I've got how many movement points left? 2 movement points left.
As many as that? I thought you were short legs.
Yeah, but I've got expeditious
Okay,
retreat.
Okay.
I think I will just come back in. We'll just go 1, 2, come back in. And that is my go done.
Okay, after the wizard, there is the.
Oh, this rock is... yes, I missed that. It's fine, I can go around it. But yeah, that there is actual blocking terrain because it's thick like lines.
Yes, scenery.
Paladin.
Okay, so I am going to try and use my Nature's Wrath this time, which targets all opponents, which doesn't include me.
Right, so you're
Yeah,
doing
area
the
of
5x5.
Area of 5x5 damage. Okay, with me in the centre, so it's going to get all of these 3.
Yep.
And I'm going to roll.
So against this one.
Yeah, and do I need to do a modification first? I don't think
So hang on, I can make your attack deal +2 to deal burn 2.
Deal burn 2. That would be.
But you might
pretty
deprive yourself of victory.
good.
points, you know?
Yeah.
Do you need line of sight?
Well, none of them are wounded at the moment, are they?
No. But one is.
One is.
Yeah, and D is. I'm looking to. So I should be able to, if I don't miss, I should be able to get rid of at least 1. But I'm thinking I'm going to go again and deal more damage.
Okay.
So I'm just
I
going
won't
to
add it
go. Just go for this.
So on this one,
So do I roll for each one of
Yeah.
these? Okay.
no damage on that one. This one.
That one. 16.
So as above plus root 1. So it's 2 damage with root 2.
2. Yeah. Root means it can't move.
Root means it can't move.
Okay,
Okay, so that's
doesn't
taken
matter.
2 damage, which means it's wounded.
it's wounded.
So A,
A is
Kobold A has been damaged.
wounded.
And I'll get the root tokens,
Yeah.
remember. And then B
7. Which
is,
again
it's been
is
damaged
2
and it's
for
got
other
root
damage.
1.
Right.
So how many root tokens do you have? You've only got 1.
Do you want to wait till he finishes his second round of attack?
Yeah, just because I might be able to just
Yeah, true.
do this.
I'll get these out
Okay,
anyway.
so I'm going to chain.
So this is a chain attack card.
So this is a chain damage.
Chain damage.
Okay, so chain damage is
chain
special.
damage.
You only play chain damage cards when you've done the damage.
We have
Yeah.
done some damage.
Yeah. So I've done some damage. So I've damaged all of them really.
No, you missed one.
I missed one, did I? This one here.
Mhm.
So deal 3 more damage and push 2. So I presume that is the same character.
That would be the same hit, so
Same
it
monster.
wouldn't.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a second wound, so
No.
it wouldn't do anything.
It says with a melee.
It wasn't a
attack.
melee attack. It was an
And it wasn't
area
there, so
effect.
there's all sorts of reasons you can't use
So you
that.
can't do that.
I can't do that. Okay, that's a shame. All right then.
Okay, so that's done and
that's
gone, and
done
that
and
was your
gone.
first action.
Yeah. So
So we got
discarded.
2 root tokens on that one,
And now I will do a
and 1
melee.
root token on that one.
Okay, now I'm going to do a melee attack with my longsword.
Which one are you taking?
I'm going to attack this one. 18,
Instead.
That's loads of
which
damage.
is enough.
So B, Kobold B is dead, which means we've got 2 first blows for Clean
Nice.
blows. So we gain a point.
That's good.
And that was you done, was
Yep,
it?
that's me done.
So that's Paladin. Bard is next.
Bard is next.
Right. Well, I'm going to
Do a knowledge check.
read the runes. So knowledge check. I've got knowledge 8, but I've got advantage on knowledge rolls because of my
Because you're clever.
College of Law. I thought that said College of Love. That's a different place.
Different place, yeah. That's in Baldur's Gate, I think.
14.
So you've done it,
That's successful.
and you immediately end an ongoing spell effect of your choice.
Now, the Paladin has got +2 damage.
It does.
Now, what are your two?
I've got Expeditious Retreat, and I've got Comprehend Languages.
Oh, that's extra knowledge.
+1 movement and advantage on knowledge rolls.
It's not going to make a knowledge roll for a while, I don't think. What's that thing there?
That is the tribute. Trash a card to draw 2 cards.
Yeah. I think I'm going to get rid of your move an extra 1 space.
Yep. It's just
Retaliation.
retaliation
Away
for me
mine.
getting rid of exactly the same thing off you.
So, yeah, so that does the thing. I put the little red
Does the
marker over
thing.
there.
So you have read the runes on that altar.
Yeah, and they were quite interesting, actually.
Were they?
Which means you
Yeah.
get
They were enlightening.
which means you
They
get a point.
were. They were in rhyme, actually. Do you want to hear?
No thanks. There once was a bard called William.
In the key of D.
So was that one action?
That was one action. That was one action. So for my second action, I hadn't thought that far. No,
Well-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I could hit him.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Vicious mockery. I'm gonna mock him. It seems like
Oi, you!
it seems like bad
You're
sport.
rubbish.
Hey, you over there with that wizard's thing.
What is it? It's a ranged attack, is it?
It's a ranged attack, range 10.
Range
which
10.
I've got.
Line of
I've got
sight.
line of sight. Yeah.
You've got line of sight.
You stupid goblin. So here we go. Is he already damaged? No, he's not. Okay. So I just need to roll a 6 or better. 6
6.
does 2 damage.
2 damage, so that wounds it.
Wounds him.
Goblin B.
Goblin B. And
That's it?
That's the end of my go.
Okay.
That's all I get to do.
Monsters. No, not monsters. It's the Dragon's Breath.
Dragon thing, yeah.
So where's it turning up?
Right here. Be great.
Blue 6.
Red 8. Oh,
Is it there?
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Oh.
What does it do?
It gives you a free
Whoa.
attack.
It gives you
Well, a sort of attack.
a Dragon Breath that you
Gives you a
can
range
use.
one attack.
So do you just have to move into it and then away? You don't have to stop there.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
pick it up as you
So
go.
it says range 1, area 3. What does area 3 mean?
A 3x3 grid.
Okay, so all around you, but not you, as it were.
Okay, yeah.
And the amount of damage it deals depends
Equal
on...
to the
So
round
it gets
number.
more and more,
Yeah.
and it does burn too.
Nasty.
Right, okay. Well, I have a feeling I might be able to pick that up.
Is it ongoing? It's an ongoing thing. Yeah, it is.
Mm.
Okay, so we are now at monster initiative.
Yep.
So the ogre again does nothing. The bugbears will do nothing.
Kobold's next, after the ogre.
Yes. Ogre, kobolds.
Okay.
So the kobolds
Kobold.
will.
Oh, it's,
go.
it's only these two, in fact.
Yeah, that'll go for
So
me.
kobold, which is the first one? A. Kobold A.
So
who's rooted,
that
can't move.
area effect, if it has range, which it does, it has range 1, the area must include a space adjacent to you and cannot include you. So if you think about it, you're doing a Dragon's Breath on a 3x3 area in front of you. So it's not around you, it's...
It's a square around it?
So if you did it from here, it would be this 3x3 grid here.
Okay, yeah.
So
Yeah.
not including you.
So instead of it being like a cone, it's just a square in front of you.
Yeah.
Right. So this kobold, he's feeling lucky. Okay.
Mhm.
But not rolling
Oh, he missed.
consistently with
Okay.
his feeling of.
Yeah, it's
lucky.
good.
Well,
The other one.
Yeah, it's in my shield.
Oh,
right
oh,
in the
thanks.
Wait a
front.
minute.
In your face, Kobold.
That's the one.
He's not an ally of
Oh,
mine.
it's not
is
you,
he?
though.
He's
Yeah.
not an ally of mine, is he?
he's
And
not an ally of yours.
he's not in line of sight. So
That was
No.
very disappointing.
sorry about that.
Do you want to roll for the
am-
goblin?
Yeah, let's go.
I am
Come on.
very disappointed.
Come on.
They're all a critical.
Let's go. 6. No.
Free action, opportunity attack.
Ah,
You killed it for me.
No way.
Yes.
excellent. You did.
Oh,
No.
well, so is it injured?
It is.
Yes.
Then it is dead.
Sorry.
So, as in, it was previously injured.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Wounded.
Right. Now that is...
Drops
It's
it.
another kill,
He drops.
but that is the last monster from that camp.
So he drops some
So
loot.
what happens is it drops a loot token, which can be collected as long as you just occupy that space.
You know, I'm going to do that.
And the camps will only refresh, I believe, at the end of round 5.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
All understood.
So your second action.
Oh,
No, it's not your go.
That was my
Oh,
reaction.
okay.
It's now your go.
Now it's, yeah.
All right.
So it's your go to attack the goblin.
What do you recommend I do?
I reckon you go into that corner.
Yeah. I think go and
I reckon.
stand here,
Go and stand here.
and tickle him just underneath the belly. He likes that.
You know, I was thinking of doing that actually. I would do a move action, which for me is 6. I'm going to get a +1 thingy up.
No.
So no. 1.
Loot him up.
I'm looting it.
Okay. Have a loot card. Which is another point. What you found?
Bag of holding.
Oh,
Not
Oh,
a
that's
plus 1
nice.
spoon
Nice.
of stirring.
Oh, that's
Nice.
nice.
No hand limit.
No hand limit.
No.
That was 1.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4.
So you've now got that as well.
Yeah.
Got to knock this fighter out. Let's knock this fighter out.
Take this off presumably.
Yeah.
5, 6, and then I'll do a second movement action.
He's only going to do it, isn't he?
Well,
Yeah.
it's end of the round.
No way.
Yeah.
End of
So
round.
at the end of the round, you have occupied that,
Mhm.
which means you get another point.
yes.
Wowzer.
End of round. Discard down to 5 cards.
Not me.
Have you got any cards in?
Oh,
I
You've
have,
been
but-
burning them,
but it
haven't
doesn't
you?
matter because I have no hand size.
Right, okay. So we move to round 4.
Badunk.
We get 2 cards each. We are almost through our decks. And we get an event. Enchanting Wisp. So again, it's going to appear at a random location on a random initiative. The first hero to occupy this space gets +1 to all weapon attacks and +1 DR for the rest of the game.
woof. Okay, write that down in this sector here.
And we need a.
I need an Enchanting Wisp token, which is this one.
It needs an initiative roll.
Need an
doesn't it?
initiative.
10.
So on
But you
10,
can change that.
I can, but 10's fine. Now, monsters always go last on initiative, and events always go first.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's the process if you get events and monsters and characters
Yeah.
on the same initiative. Right, so we've all drawn our 2 cards. We've done the event.
3.
5.
5.
We've got 2 5s going on now. What did you get?
3.
3.
20.
1.
Oh,
16.
Oh dear.
wow. Problems here.
I'd rather gone late in the round to be perfectly honest. But,
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
So, Mr. Fighter.
oh, what am I going to do now?
Oh,
Oh, I know
we
what
could hang
I
around.
know what I'll do.
Well, if there happened to be a member of the opposing team within line of sight,
That's only if.
you could properly put something nasty in his cornplate.
But you can't see him because he's blending against his boulder, right? So,
Move an action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I've got a mask of friendship.
no way.
Yeah.
Yes,
Another
right.
one.
Another point.
Another point.
What have you got this time?
Yeah. Gauntlets of Ogre Power, which add to my athletics roll,
Okay,
which I don't necessarily anticipate making an
No,
athletics roll this whole game.
it's a
but-
point.
It's a point.
It's a point. That's the main point. I think I'll take another. Oh, options now.
It's this here.
What's that? Oh, that's the
That's the
draw,
tribute.
destroy card.
Destroy
Draw a
card.
card to gain
To
to
draw
draw
2
2
cards.
cards.
Yeah.
It would make you
We should
level
level
up.
up a turn
It's
before
gotta
we
be
do.
worth doing. It's
Yeah,
got to be worth
it's got to
doing.
be worth doing, isn't it? Even though I was planning on doing something else.
Or throw a javelin at the paladin.
No,
One,
no.
one or the other.
I'll catch it and throw it.
Oh, you have
back.
javelins as well, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
5,
can't
6.
get there.
You can
Yeah.
get there.
Can't get there.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
So I
6.
can cut that card.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll do that then.
Okay, and you're going to do it.
Nice.
So remove a card from your hand from the game.
Forever. But this one I'd never use, so
Okay,
I'll
well,
get rid of that
That seems a good one to get rid of.
one.
Yeah.
The game.
From the game, gone, and you draw 2 cards. That means at the start of
Yeah.
next round, Arthur will
Yeah.
be drawing from an empty deck, and we'll get to explain what happens.
Nice.
How on earth did I get all the way over there? Oh, there you go.
No,
You just ran.
very good.
So,
Can I rely
that
on you
was the
to
plan.
occupy?
so now it's the,
The enchanting
thingy
wisp
of,
arrives.
thingy of thing.
20.
12.
12's here.
There.
20.
Ah.
Nice.
Yep.
Very nice.
Passes the token.
And that does what? Enchanting
Gives
wisp.
you
well.
+1 to all weapon attacks
Oh.
And an extra damage reduction.
Wow.
and 1 DR.
Wow. Wow,
Nice.
wow, wow. That
Right.
is good. And it's
Yeah.
right
Nice.
next to...
It's right next to me.
Okay.
Nice.
Can we re-roll that?
Which one did he trash? Thor is asking which card did you get rid of?
It was charge, I think,
Charge.
because it uses 2 actions. Lets him move and attack.
Okay.
I get +2 on the attack roll.
Okay.
I didn't use that at all when we had to trial games.
So it's a card which costs 2 actions to play.
Yeah.
But yeah,
You move extra and then attack.
it's a kind of it's a movement and an
Yeah,
attack
I mean,
together with
Yeah,
a bonus.
swings and roundabouts. I mean, all the cards are nice. So
Yeah,
it's-
just got to choose which one to
Yeah.
get rid of.
Yep.
So that was the fighter.
No,
Next.
that was the.
Sorry, no, that
No, that was the
that
fighter.
was this.
No, that was
one
the
of
wizard.
things.
So
It's
now
now
the
the
monsters.
it's now the
That's
creatures.
monsters.
Ogre's not doing anything.
No,
Kobold.
the kobolds.
Yeah, I think that might do something.
I think we agreed I was going to roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that route, one of the routes should have gone. Not that it really matters, but
Right, nearest kobold to me. 14. That sounds better.
so 3 damage plus 1 pierce.
One
So
PS.
for you, that's just the 1 pierce.
Second kobold. 13. That's good enough.
Just
isn't
one
it?
pierce.
Another one.
And the other route one goes.
Right, lost 5 health now.
Well done, Arthur.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Good, nice rolling.
Um,
High five.
Now it's the bard.
Okay. I'll just warm up my vocal cords.
It's an interesting question there is, I mean, I'm not sure as much about, but could the adjacent kobolds have moved prior to those attacks?
Yes.
Because there might be reasons to do that.
I
think so.
had root on them.
Yeah.
Oh, it had root,
If it weren't
it had
for the
root on
root-
this one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't want to move the other one anyway, and it did have root, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to play a spell. Where am I?
Once it has attacked, the monster cannot move any further. Yeah, but exactly how the monster moves is up to the party controlling them. So,
So good move, and
yeah, you could move as long as they attack if able.
I've suddenly found myself with 7
I am
cards.
Master Pete,
Is
aren't
there,
I?
is there any singing going on?
Oh yes, you missed the warm-up act.
Yeah, you're going to get some joyful singing in a minute.
Yeah. I've got the band arriving any moment. Trouble is, it's.
Need to get that out there so you've got to.
I haven't got line of. I think. This is horrible because I've got cards in my hand. I've got 7 cards, but I can't play any of them. I found this last time. I'm going to move. I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Did you say you had stuff that you could have? I can't.
Yeah, I've
quite
got a
get
headband
those.
of intellect that isn't terribly useful though.
Those 2 kobolds are both injured, so you're going to finish them off, aren't you?
Unless someone else finishes them off first, although you probably can't. Oh, you got a javelin or something? You got a missile range weapon?
Yeah, I can only hit 1.
Well, they're both injured, aren't they? Are they? Yes.
Yeah.
These two are both injured.
Although it doesn't help us it's the finishing off the last
the
one.
last one.
That
Yeah.
gets the
And
dropping the loot.
dropping the loot.
Yeah.
So you don't really want to attack those, I think.
Yeah, I
I
think you
think
should.
that's right.
I mean, I think obviously getting another altar would be good, but is this the only other one?
No, this one.
Yeah, Thor's confirming that all classes have both ranged and melee weapons as their.
Okay, I'm going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's my go.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
Playing
Me.
aggressive music in your vicinity.
So
I'm turning it up to 11.
I'm going to move, and I'm going to play Mage Armor. So So I take -1 damage and -1 pierce damage from all sources while this spell lasts. And I'm going to play that whilst moving. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then for my second action, I'm going to play Arcane Recovery, and I'm going to get back a spell of my choice from my discard pile.
I wonder which one it is.
It does mean that I have 6 cards, and I will end up discarding one at the end of the round. But anyway, that's me done. Mr. Paladin.
Okay, Paladin. So I'm going to move. Makes a lot of sense for me to move here.
So you pick up the Enchanting Wisp.
Yeah.
It does mean you won't be able to kill both of them.
Yeah, I don't think I can kill both of them.
Okay.
Well, the thing is, if I do kill both of them, and I'm not early in the initiative next time,
Somebody else will get the
somebody else
loot.
is going to get the loot.
Okay. Yeah.
Right, because we've got
So have an Enchanting Wisp.
So I'll take that, and
That's there.
that can go there. Okay, and then I'm going to use my longsword.
You've still got more movement if you wanted to. So you've only just moved 1, haven't you?
I've moved. Yeah, I've moved 1, 2.
You can go 1.
Oh, sorry, I could go 1.
So you've got 5 movement left.
But I can't get through here, can I?
No, but you could go in here and attack this part. Just saying.
Ooh.
Could leave the kobolds, attack the bard, and I'll put burn 2 on your attack. It's going to do it. We're going to leave the kobolds alone.
2, 3, 4. Right. Look, I'm much bigger than you, so watch out. Okay. Then I'm going. Yeah. So then I'm going to do a. In that case, I am definitely going to use that. And then that.
So I'm going to use my interaction skill. Once on a turn, I am going to make your attack
Yeah.
deal plus burn 2. Oh, discard a card to play this ability when an ally hits with an attack that would do damage. Okay,
Right.
so
I have to attack. Yeah, I've got another card which has to do damage. So I'm going to use my longsword. Okay, and I need to get 6 or more. Come on.
That's a 2.
Come on.
No, sorry, excuse me,
Come
Mr. Paladin,
on.
but I think a song is
Come on.
We need to go back to Paladin school.
Drop my sword.
Oh dear.
Oh,
I
that's bad.
may have to deal harshly with you if you're mentioning
This is.
You're-
Oh, come on.
from behind the
I
goal.
can chain. Oh, I can only chain.
I
It's a
believe-
damage.
I
It's a
believe
damage
that was
chain.
chain.
It's a damage chain.
Oh,
you moved and you attacked.
Oh.
From behind the goal mouth, you can hear the words "You're something," and you know you are.
Okay.
Well-
And I can't use that because it's when declaring a weapon attack.
didn't you do that?
No, I didn't do that because I wanted to chain that off of it, which was
Even with your +1 from the wisp, it's still a miss. I think that's it. I think that is the end of the round.
Justice.
So we move to round 5.
Yep.
We discard down.
I won't do that.
So I'm going to
I
discard
now have to discard down.
that.
I'll keep my 7 cards.
Yeah. So next round. So we're all drawing 2 cards, but Arthur is drawing from an empty deck. So what he does is you choose 2 of the cards from your discard pile. You only have 3. 4. Okay. So choose 2 of those.
It's fairly easy. What happens to the other 2?
They stay in
stay in
your
the
discard
discard
pile. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take those 2.
So he chooses 2 of the cards from his discard pile, adds those 2 cards to the 6 level 2 cards that were set aside at the start of the game, shuffles them together. That is your new deck. And you draw now 2 cards from that deck. And at the same time, you level up one of your primary attack cards. So either your javelin or your great axe gets more betterer. Okay, it's now an improved great axe. Right. That's what happens the first time that you draw cards from an empty deck. The second time you draw cards from an empty deck, you flip over another primary attack card, and you just choose 8 cards from your discard pile, and that's your new deck. So your deck, once your deck runs out, you create a new deck. It's always 8 cards. I think I've got that right. Okay. Event.
Yep.
Reality shift. Each hero is moved to a new random location immediately. We did say.
What?
Right, I'll do mine first. Blue 6. Red 2. So, where am I? Oh, hang on. Sorry, end of the round. I should have got that. There you go. Right. Where am I going? Over there. Oh, that's all right. Who's next?
Me.
Gonna roll?
Yeah. So red.
Blue 17.
10.
Red 10. There.
Well, that's almost exactly where you were.
Yeah, that's not that far, is it? It's over there.
I'm going to end up over here, and never.
Red 1, red 3.
Oh. Oh no.
That'll be handy.
Oh. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I've got a bone to pick for you, mate.
Blue 3, red 12. That's in the middle of the lake.
Yeah, so we move
Towards the centre.
towards the centre until
So
you
that
find a
puts me
space. I think there's nearer.
Diagonal.
It's nearest to the lake. Okay.
I think so. Well, nearest, yeah, so it's there. There we go. Nice. Fun.
Wow.
Right, initiatives.
The blue, please.
14.
7.
13. Destroyed the bugbears camp.
And this is round 5. So at the end of this round, all camps that have been completely cleared of monsters will respawn and we'll get new loot in each of the chests. Me first. Right then. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cast Magic Missile on the fighter. Is it going to do anything? Or have you got your...
Don't be ridiculous.
You've not got your cards
So
in
you're
yet.
targeting me with all 3 for a total of 9, yeah?
I mean,
It's a question I'm asking. It's just a question.
so thinking about this, I don't know whether I should. Maybe we should go and get rid of those
In
bugbears.
fact, can you target multiple targets?
I can.
Okay.
So I could go down here and I could go doop, doop, doop,
Yeah.
and that would wound 3 of the bugbears. Maybe I'll do that instead. Rather than hitting you.
Well, I'm thinking that I need to finish the kobolds off because there's
There'd
potentially
be loot to have.
loot and I'm the only one in the.
No, I'm going to attack Arthur because it's fun. Magic Missile, 3 attacks on you.
And this is piercing, yes?
This is piercing, yeah.
Has he got any shrugs?
Well, he's a professional shrugger.
The diagonal is slightly closer to the middle, so you should be on 410.
So
There? No, it's 411.
so I will
Yeah,
take
411, not 410. I think we got it right. Yeah, 411. Okay.
I will take the 9 damage
Okay.
and then I'll heal 10 damage.
But
Reaction.
free action,
So you get that heal point back.
second wind.
Whoosh.
So you end up better off than you were before
Yeah.
because you've got that hit point back that you lost.
Yes. Good point.
So you can't play that card again for the rest of the game.
Really?
Yeah, because it's second wind. So if you played it again, it would be third wind, and there's no such card, third wind. So
You don't want. You don't
I-
want.
I
You
am-
don't know. You don't want to experience third wind.
I am scraping the bottom of the barrel here. And the problem is, you're going to get that again. Is that a level 2 card? That's a level 2 card, isn't it? Yeah.
Mm.
It's pretty good.
Nice card, actually.
Pretty good.
Pretty handy against Iron Goat.
So what we're saying is don't magic missile fighters, because they either shrug it off,
They shrug it off, or
they
they
just
heal
heal
them down
afterwards.
anyway.
Right. So I need a new plan. New plan is
Run away from the fight that you've just annoyed.
Again.
maybe
Again.
maybe I'm gonna move, and I'm just moving 5, but I've got this anytime during or at the end of a move action. Okay, that's quite good, and I've got loads of cards in hand. So I'm going to move, and I'm going to go pop, and then I'm going to chain move. I'm going to teleport to here. That's me done. That's how it feels to be on initiative 14.
I can just add this one DR, can't I?
Right.
Paladin.
Paladin.
Yeah. So just to clarify this, my lightning breath. Okay, this is the line 6 area spell. What I'm thinking of doing.
Also, it should be 311. Yes.
That's not 311.
Is that not 311?
That's 211. 311's there.
Oh, right. Okay. So it was there.
Okay.
So dizzy.
So
Yeah.
line 6. So I'm just going to check this out again. So line 6 allows me for range 1 and then fire in a line. So what I'm thinking of doing,
You're a draconian, so you've got lightning breath. As
I've
your,
got lightning breath.
yeah, that's your character card.
Yeah,
isn't
that's
it?
my character card.
Yep.
So I am going to first of all move so that I can get a line. So I'm going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5
Yeah.
to there. That's still got line of sight.
Yep.
Then I play lightning.
Lightning breath, which is a line 6 attack. So a line attack, basically, and we can check this with Thor now that he's in the chat. Does a line attack, does it have to be in a cardinal direction, or could you do a line attack on a diagonal? The rules were.
And if a diagonal, can it be any diagonal?
Can it be an absolute diagonal, or can it be any angle? I think it should just be only on a cardinal direction, but that wasn't completely clear. So he'll let us know. But as it is this time, you are doing it in a cardinal direction. So it's a line 6 attack.
He says any diagonal.
Any diagonal.
Any diagonal.
So any diagonal, does that mean any angle?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
So that could
so
be
Thor,
from-
is that only 45 degrees
That
or
could be
any
from there to
angle?
there.
yeah, is it 8 possible directions, or can you do it anyway? But anyway, in this case, you're doing it in a
this
straight
road's
line.
can't
So
be. Okay.
we do the attack on that one.
Yeah. So I'll do the attack on that one first.
Hang on a second. Oh,
He was going to shout a song of mockery at you, I think.
Don't mock my 16.
So that's 8 damage and days 1.
Yeah, that's enough to kill it.
Oh,
So
it's already
It's already
wounded.
wounded.
So I think he's saying any angle
Any angle.
at the moment. Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll definitely need to clarify that.
Yeah.
Later
That's massive.
So that's dead.
So that's gone.
So that is a killing blow on that one, which means we get a token to start. So we've not done this line yet.
No. Okay.
And then
Same
the
Yep.
attack
all
on that
again.
one.
6,
Yep,
which is
dead.
just enough. To
So
do
that's
it.
dead, which means we've got that on there, and we get a loot token
Nice.
here. But as you say, your first action was to move,
Yeah. First action move to get in line, and then
so somebody else might steal that,
they might do.
but hopefully not.
if they can get there.
Get that.
It might be tricky. I mean, I've got a teleport, which I've just used. But
So is the Paladin done? Or
It's monsters next.
Monsters next. Okay.
But that doesn't do anything. They're not there. They're not there. And there's
Maybe
nobody
they've
within
not
2,
been
and they
there,
weren't
not
doing
been
damage.
activated.
And I've got a Mask of Friendship anyway. So monsters are done.
And that's not an event objective, is it?
It is not an event objective. You cannot interact with that with Mage Hand.
Okay.
So after monsters, it's Bard.
Yep.
It's very annoying to be moved at random and no longer to be able to get to the thing I want to do. 1, 2,
You can get to there and gain a
5.
point. Actually, won't gain you a point though.
It would get you a point.
I will get.
Yeah. Well, no, effectively, we get you 2 points.
Well,
Yeah.
you can get us 2 points by sitting on that for a turn.
But you'd get 2 points by doing that as well.
You're moving pragmatically at the end of the round, so you can't be removed from it.
So you think it'd be better rather than going for the altar?
Yeah, because the
But
altar.
don't forget that if you go to the altar, you can get rid of somebody else's. enduring spell.
Yeah, I know, but there's so many in effect. I think it's not going to make a huge amount. You can still go. You can still go to the altar later.
You think it's better to do that?
Well, that gets 2 points, as Paul has pointed out. Which will actually trigger the golem, who appears on the board.
It's right there.
Might want to think about it.
Yeah.
Nice. I think you should do that.
And I don't know what happens if it appears on a space that somebody is on.
Presumably, it pushes me off.
Just crushes you and you're out the game.
Yeah, you're out. Yeah.
Well, that would be
Is
good.
that space still available though after the golems appeared?
Crushed it.
Well, it'll move around.
It'll move off it, I guess. But
yeah, your team's on 6 points because
so
you.
Thor, that's a good question. The golem, as we understand it, appears in the middle of the board if triggered,
And there's something else already in the middle of the
and
board.
there's something already
Yeah.
in the middle of the board.
That's what it
i.e.
says.
There's the 4 square, whatever it's called.
It might say.
Siphon power.
You get pushed off.
Pushes
Okay,
it off. I
pushing
thought it
off.
would.
Pushing off seems the
Push off.
Logical.
the most logical thing.
But you do want to act before the iron golem following turn, I suggest.
Try and get better initiative than the iron golem. Because
Yeah,
otherwise it's
pushing
gonna...
creatures in that area out of the way.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Gonna do it.
It seems like fun. There's got to be a certain amount of
Yeah.
chaos in a proper game like this.
Speaking of chaos, here we go.
Here we go.
Captain Chaos.
Here we go.
I'm doing a movement action with a chained bull rush.
Okay.
So I get to move 9 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You can push me off to the thing.
That's exactly what this card does.
Oh.
And if I pushed you into illegal terrain, you would have taken damage.
If you push me into the trees.
Yeah, but it's not quite.
You pushed him into a wall last time.
Yeah.
Does it have to be in the direction you're travelling then?
I presume, but it
Yeah.
was.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can push him off this way.
Well, I specifically want him off this space anyway, so
Yeah.
So that I can't
so
do my thing.
So I'm pretty happy with that. And then I think I'm going to take an attack action
Oi.
because I'm getting fed up with this.
Right. I might react to that.
So I will take an attack action with my great axe.
Yeah, blocks the objective. Yeah.
I can discard a card and give you advantage on that roll.
Can you? On attack action, okay?
Any? Oh, sorry, no, it's only a skill roll. No.
So I have the ability. I can give an ally advantage on an attack roll. Am I an ally?
You are an ally of yourself. Yes.
Then I will discard a card to give myself advantage on this attack. Which will be that one. Right, so
You weren't going to do the altar, I suppose. You know,
All players in your party, including yourself,
we've
and
done the
any
we've done it
monsters
already,
are
haven't we?
considered allies.
That's right. Yeah.
no, I did specifically to prevent him.
The
So
side.
Yeah.
that is an 18.
So I'm going to play a card because it's a free action, and oh, do I want to? Sure. Play after any roll in line of sight. Well, I can definitely see you.
Yeah.
You're right there. Roll 2 additional d20s, and I choose which result applies. So it's the 18 or a 10 or an 8. Well, I'll have the 8.
Makes a total difference. Well, it makes it. Yeah, okay. So
It's
you
6
take
damage.
the 8. Okay, so it's 6 damage, sadly, instead of
Minus
the
1.
19 I was going to
Oh. Right, the daggers are
Why
out.
19?
because reasons. Because I had a way of making it a critical, and
Right.
criticals do extra damage, and my special ability is criticals do extra damage.
Right.
So you need to be scared.
I'm very scared.
Don't stay standing there.
No. Good old portents. Oh, I rolled a 10. I can re-roll my own 10. Whenever a player rolls a 10, you may... Yeah, I forgot about that. The first 10 that's been rolled. It's an 11.
So you take
I won't keep that.
No, okay, that's good.
But thank you for that.
Okay, so I guess that's my go done at the end of the round, I guess.
End of the round. Your team has been on there for
Yeah.
2 rounds, which is 2 more points.
Boom, boom.
Ding, ding, ding. So just remember, we are playing with the Guardian appearing at 7 rather than 10 for a slightly shorter game. But we are now round phase 5. So we
Right.
discard down to 5 cards.
I won't do that.
We move the round marker on. We are passing a refresh symbol. So the 2 camps that are empty now refresh. So we put all of the monsters back on. So again, A always goes.
B,
I don't think it matters because they're all the same. But
C,
future expansions might have them slightly different. I'd love to see, if they do an expansion for this, more
B,
different monsters.
Mhm.
Because the goblins and the kobolds are pretty much the same.
and the bugbears.
Are they the same?
Yeah.
Not sure they are exact.
They got the
Yeah.
same numbers.
Oh, they are. They're all exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, that's unusual. So we've done that. And then, what was he called? Rusty.
Rusty.
Rusty appears. So let's have a look at
I
Rusty.
choose where he pushes me off because
I'm not sure.
I'd rather be there. I think.
I'm not sure. So this is Rusty's stats. Now, the game has had some tweaks to the rules, specifically with regards to the hit points. So this is rules that I've got from the designers and from the publishers, that this hit points of 75, we're going to reduce it to 55 today because we're only 4 characters rather than 8 characters. I think they will be releasing that as official changes at some point. But basically, it's got a lot of hit points. It's got a DR of 7, which is going to be astonishing. But now, I did choose the Iron Golem. The other characters don't have such a high DR, but I thought it looked cool. And basically, it targets and moves normally. If it tries to move adjacent to as many creatures as possible. If it does, it uses Blade Storm. If it can only target one creature, it attacks it with a melee attack. So it's dealing a lot of damage each time.
And it's worth noting that that says moves towards any creatures,
Yeah, so
not necessarily us.
Ooh. Is that intentional?
as many creatures as possible. Yeah, that's true.
So it could
We are heroes.
here or here.
Creatures,
for
I believe,
example.
are anything.
Now do the treasure chest refresh.
And the treasure chest refresh. Thank you. I knew there was something else. Yeah, I'm sure there is a
I'm sure I've
definition of
read
creatures. We did
as
read it
the same
somewhere.
monsters and us.
Yeah, can't quite remember exactly where it is, but there are creatures, which is everything. There are monsters, which is a creature that is not a player, and then the players, which are the heroes.
Yeah.
So yeah. Oh, targets player, and then tries to be adjacent to as many as possible. Is it player or is it? Because this just says creatures.
Targets.
Oh no, sorry. Targets normally, and then moves adjacent to as many creatures as possible. Right. Okay. So their primary focus is
the players.
the players. Right.
Okay.
Next round, we draw 2 cards. Now, for Arthur, you're drawing 2 cards. For us, we chew 2 cards from our discard pile. Well, I'm going to have the amazingly useful card that does nothing.
This is
We
the
choose one card.
2 cards from your discard pile. Leave the rest of them in your discard pile. Add them to the 6 cards, your 6 level 2 cards. Shuffle them in, and that is your new deck. And then you flip over one of your 2 attack cards. One, 2. Okay. And then it's event time. A new quest. Draw a 4th quest card and put it into play.
Oof.
This quest is active for the rest of the game and progress tracked from this point onwards. Place quest objectives as needed. Well, this is going to change the game up.
Right.
So,
A new quest.
it's a good job I've kept them to one side.
Other quests.
Now, there are advanced quests and there are standard quests. We are just using the standard quests today.
Dark Obelisk. I've seen that before.
A Dark Obelisk. So this is the one that we used earlier on today. I'll just pop it there. So, where are the Dark Obelisks? So each side has a Dark Obelisk, which can be attacked and destroyed, and the more damage we deal, Yeah. It's going to be fun, isn't it?
And the Dark
think I might
Obelisk
just put this
isn't
in.
a creature, so the Iron
It's not a
Golem
creature.
is not going to hit it.
So we put ours.
In the middle of the sea.
Well, it's within 4 spaces of the centre. So I don't know who's supposed to go. Should we roll to see who puts theirs first? Highest has to place first. So we have to put ours on. Shall we just put it over
Yeah.
here? So which one was the centre one? There. So
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4. We'll put it there.
That's the one that they have to attack. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's our obelisk.
Wouldn't it be better to put it further than that?
Because,
Because then they've got to go and deal with this guy.
well, it might move. It's probably going to move, I think. I mean, I'm happy to put it there if you want to. My tactical advisor said to put it there.
What do you think?
I don't know.
I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's further away from them.
I think, okay, maybe put it there. Then again, it's got a ranged weapon.
Actually, yeah. How far can it do ranged? No, okay. I see what you mean. No, if it's there, he can attack it immediately.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
Okay.
the Dark Obelisk, your objective is to destroy the rival party's obelisk, and basically it's got 40 health, blocks movement, blocks line of sight, and is immune to ailments and cannot be healed. But I don't think it counts as a creature, so I don't think it would be hit by the Iron Golem. Thor will confirm that,
Yeah, it can't be a creature, can it?
and yeah, the more damage you deal, the more you
Yeah.
progress up it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll put this here.
Initiatives.
Initiatives. Uh-oh.
Oops.
14.
That's not good.
1 for the wizard, 6 for the
One
bard.
for the wizard.
Wasn't it on 20 last
Six
time?
for the bard.
We're on 27.
Technically-
I'm on 6.
Isn't listed. So yeah, player
Um,
discretion.
14 for the
It's not-
paladin.
it's
So
not.
it technically it doesn't say that it's not a creature.
Arthur just rolled a 10.
Yeah. So you always go before monsters.
But you can change the 10.
Oh, I can change to 10. Well, no, I can make you roll another dice and choose which. So I will make you roll another dice,
You choose.
and I choose which. I'll have you on the 10.
10.
Not that it matters that much. So are we going to say player discretion, because this will be added to the FAQ, but it isn't in there at the moment. If the Iron Golem attacks this, do we think it should deal its damage? Thematically, I think yes.
Yeah, it's destroying things.
Because
isn't it?
if it's attacking everything within an area,
How does that affect the scoring for it?
well,
Stop somebody else from getting it.
no, I don't think it would. I think it would count.
Because it could. I mean, let's say it did all but 1 point of damage to the thing, and then someone else came along and did 1 point of damage. What position does that put one?
So
in?
your objective is to deal damage to our obelisk. However you deal damage to our obelisk,
It doesn't matter who
it
damages.
doesn't matter
So
who
you're saying
dealt
if
the
the Iron
damage.
Golem attacks your
I-
obelisk, we would score.
Yes,
for that?
I think so.
Okay.
I'm happy to play with that for now.
Okay. Wow.
We'll see what happens.
Wow.
Thor has given us player discretion.
Okay.
So we're going to count it as a creature because it wants to destroy things.
But presumably it would prioritise higher a player character.
It's players first, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Players first, and then as many other creatures as it can.
And this is players it can reach.
Mm. The question is, what happens if it gets into a situation where it has multiple spaces that can go to get a second creature? Who decides which creature it goes for? So I would say, as a quick house rule, is that the player, the team losing, has final say on where it moves if there's a
Equal
if
choice.
there's a choice. That seems fair.
Okay.
Okay, if we get to that stage. So just as a reminder, the official rules as they are printed at the moment are that the game ends when the Guardian is defeated, but we are going to keep an eye on the time. It is 9:20, so we're going to play for at least another hour, and we'll see how we get on.
We're drawing 2 cards.
Yes.
We've done that, yeah. Do we just do that?
I've done 2.
I've done that, yeah. Because your team is 5 points ahead.
Yeah.
So if the game were to end now, you'd win.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. 2 more than the 5. Two more than the 5. That's right.
You should have 6 cards in your discard pile after you've drawn 2 cards. Sorry, 6 cards in your draw pile. If you've got 8, you haven't drawn.
Yeah, it's not.
Anyway, right. So,
Yeah.
have we had the event? We have had the event. We've rolled our initiatives. Paladin first.
Okay.
What's the plan? Do we have a plan?
Well, clearly a paladin, if he was true to his ethics or morals, would instantly charge the Iron Golem.
Well, the Iron Golem's a good guy, isn't he?
Well, there is.
He's
the
very
other-
friendly.
There is the other thing.
He was out last
which
night
is
helping the elderly cross the road.
I think it was. I think what we. I mean, I've got an option here, and I've got an option. I can either try and hit 2 kobolds, right, or I could try hitting the bard.
Hit the bard.
Well, I think so. So I'm going to.
Although it's the warrior, it's the fighter we need to hit because of the 3 loot.
Get rid of the stuff.
You drop all of that loot.
Um,
He's hiding behind a pillar.
he can't get there, can I? I'd have to move.
You've got line of sight. That's what you.
Have I?
Yes.
Not. It's not blocking.
Well, it is, but you can see that point there.
You can throw a weapon.
You can see a point. He's sticking his left hand out behind the pillar.
Yeah, I can't quite reach that. 6. Yeah, I have to move first. But then the other thing is that I could move and then start on his obelisk as well. I've got this powered up weapons, you see. I need to get close. I need to get up close and personal.
Yeah, and I can give you burn 2 on an attack as well.
So the initiative, when the golem goes,
Yeah.
he goes at 10.
Yes.
Okay.
And he's going to attack
And he's going to attack the person with
Bottom.
the highest initiative?
closest.
Closest. Okay, yeah. So if I am closer,
But you don't want it to attack you. We have no interest in killing this because we're behind on points.
no, agreed.
So we need to get points
We need to get points.
to get the prizes.
Right. I'm going to move then, and then I'm going to. I'll move down here. 1, 2. This might be risky. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, do I have to be on this? No,
You have to be adjacent to it.
Okay. Now I can throw. So that was a movement. I'm then going to 8. How much damage? Because he got 3. He's got 3.
Who's got 3?
The fighter has got armor of 3.
It's got DR of 3.
DR 3.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll go for the. I think I'll go for the obelisk. Going to hit the obelisk.
Sure.
We want to stop.
If you go for the
Let's stop
fighter,
the fighter.
I can put burn 2 on it, and then I can hit him if I'm still there.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Depends what
Let's
he
do
does.
this. No, let's do this. Do I want the javelin or do I want it's a javelin? I'm going to throw the javelin. So I've upgraded my
Okay.
javelin.
So
You're throwing.
Assuming you hit.
1, 2, 3, 4. That is enough.
I can make the javelin.
Okay. Now do I
burn.
have to declare something first? So I missed that last time, didn't I? No, I don't need to declare that first. It's okay. Sorry, I'm a bit
When you
slower.
used the
But
thing that allowed you to choose the dice, did you have to discard a card? And you did?
This, no, that's that.
15.
Better.
That's much better. So that's 9.
So I'm discarding a card to use my
My
interaction
weapon
ability.
attack is 2 more pierce,
So
and I've got all weapon attacks +1.
that means it's 16.
So
It's not +1 damage,
15.
it means you've rolled a 16.
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
So,
So
what's
I've
16
done-
on your javelin? Is 9.
Yeah, it's 9 plus 2 pierce at the moment.
Because that's all attacks, is it?
'Cause that's all attacks.
So 9 minus your 3.
Is it only 3?
Your 3 DR.
Yeah. I think the previous game had more than that.
So that's 6 damage.
6 damage.
Plus another 2 pierce.
Yeah.
Plus burn 2. So we have 2 burn tokens around the character.
Okay, so tell me tell me the total break. What is the net? What's
9
the total, is
damage and then
So
2
9
pierce.
normal damage,
9 normal
and,
damage.
and an additional
An
2
additional
pierce.
2 pierce.
Right, so I'll use Relentless Endurance to gain 10 DR, which obliterates the 9 damage.
Oh,
Wow.
is that level 2 card? No.
graciously.
So that leaves his piercing down.
Pierce 2. And
Ooh.
burn 2.
Pierce 2. Do I want to do anything about that?
2 damage.
It's only 2 damage.
It's only 2
What the
damage.
hell? I haven't taken any damage, so I'll take it. And you put the burn things on. And what does the burn do?
So at the end of your turn,
Yeah.
you take 1 damage, 1 pierce for each burn token,
Fine.
and then you remove a burn token.
So I get 2 piercing. Okay. Who did that? Just to be clear. Paladin.
Yeah, Paladin.
Unbelievable.
I
Right,
mean,
done.
I made the javelin. I put the javelin on fire. If we're going to
Yeah,
be
you fired the fire.
You are the
javelin.
easier target.
And while it was in the air,
portioning blame.
it was flying and then suddenly caught fire. Caught flyer? No, caught
So,
fire.
she'll go next.
All right. Okay. I'm before the monsters, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. So just recap for me what it is you did to change my die roll in case you can do it again.
When any player rolls a 10,
So it's only for 10 is
at
right.
any time.
So not much chance. Or I can go deal with the paladin. Or I can go deal with the golem. Or I can go deal with the bugbears. I am spoiled for choice. I think I will.
But whilst you're standing there, the wizard can't
Yeah,
access
no, I'm
that.
not. I wasn't. I'd already worked that
Okay.
out.
Get off my obelisk. Not obelisk.
Altar.
Altar. I know stuff about that altar.
Okay, so I am going to attack Mertz, or whatever his name is.
Mertz.
He or she, with a great axe action.
Gulp.
Any way of boosting this for me? Where are you? You're there.
No, sorry.
But I could discard a card to give myself advantage on the attack, which increases the chances of rolling a 10, bizarrely.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'll do that. I'll just
Okay.
a paltry 6. That. Can I do anything to boost this? Is a hit, by the way.
So 6. -1. Take 5.
Still a hit.
It is a hit.
No, that was the hit number. I haven't
How
declared.
much damage?
I haven't declared it. We're confusing two different things. So the -1 was off of what? The hit
I
number.
was reading that.
Of
It
the
was 6 damage.
All right. So you reduced that damage by 1.
Yeah, because of my mage armor.
Okay. That's fine. So I'm good with that. I may wish to change something.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll chain after that action surge. So
Yeah.
I get an extra action.
Oh, right.
Nice.
So you've still got 2 actions left this turn.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Same thing.
You're attacking me
it's
again.
another-
So that's another 6, which is another 5. It's beating me up.
Yeah, I'm going to run over and heal you.
And then
Third action.
Third action will be an attack.
Again.
Yeah. You guys are picking on me merciless every blooming turn. It's time I fought back. 15.
Why didn't I put this on? Sorry, I meant to do this.
Is that 13 damage?
No, it's 15. Yeah, it's notionally 13 damage.
I meant to do this. This is
I
silly.
will do something. I will chain improve critical. So that makes it a critical hit.
What cards you got over there?
Okay.
So it's doing 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Big chunk of it piercing.
Do you not get to roll again?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, only if I defeat him.
Oh.
Which I probably haven't. Well, I might have.
Well, I've only got 15 health.
Okay.
How much have you
But
done?
then I've done 19.
Oh.
That'll learn them.
Yeah, I really should have played this card. But never mind. Okay.
You are
So,
defeated.
well, at least we get to explain what happens when a character.
On the plus side.
Oh dear.
So I can make an additional weapon attack, but there's nothing. Oh, I could use my javelin in an additional attack, couldn't I?
Yeah.
So
Turn
you-
around and throw it at the paladin.
Because I've got special ability, make an additional attack.
Right, we need
Or
to read
throw
what
it at
happens.
the iron golem.
I shall throw my javelin at Mr. Nasty here.
Is it an additional
Mr.
action or additional
Nasty.
action?
If you defeat a target
Which you did.
or critically hit with a great weapon
Which you
attack,
did.
so both, you may make one additional weapon attack. These are weapons on your turn.
Yeah,
Once on
Is
your
this
turn.
your second action?
This is my third action actually. But
Okay.
Yeah. It's a bonus attack after a third action. So you've had 4 attacks this turn.
yes, you'll have and I'll throw this stuff.
Okay,
means
do
that
do
he's-
that, and then we'll go through what happens
the
when I
range-
die.
He's
range of
the
javelin
fighter.
6.
He is.
So I could attack the golem, or I could attack the evil paladin, Dark Knight, or whatever we call
The
it.
anti-paladin.
The anti-paladin. that's
Like
what I
anti-pasta.
mean. Who has lots of defences, as we know. How much DR have you got?
6.
6 DR.
Thanks.
Wow. Is this an action? This is not. Is this actually an action?
No,
Which means I couldn't chain off.
I don't think you can chain off it. It's an additional attack with your weapon, but not an action.
So actually, I will throw my javelin at one of these goblins.
Is not.
Okay.
We're not the Iron Golem.
Yeah, it's not an action. It cannot be chained.
I can't pragma. I could do maximum 2 points of damage to the iron golem.
And only if you roll a 13.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas
Yeah. Okay.
I can activate these, and they're going next. And guess who the nearest character is?
Oh, that's true.
Well, for some of them anyway. I'm not so sure those ones.
Okay, so you're going to throw a javelin. Except javelin's only range 6.
When do they
1,
go
2,
relative
3,
to the Iron
4,
Golem?
5,
Does the Iron
6.
Golem go first?
I don't know.
Yes.
Right, so one die roll, isn't it? Iron jab. Oh, Mr.
Miss.
Newman.
Right. So, when a character is reduced to 0 hit points, they're defeated. Remove the miniature from the battle realm. Discard my hand. Terrible.
Oh, is it the end of my turn and I take 2?
You take 2 piercing damage and then remove one of those. Yeah. I drop all of my loot. So there's a loot token there,
that'll be very
which
nice.
is this Mask of Friendship.
That was quite a good thing, I reckon.
Yes, good.
To respawn your hero, choose 1 card from your discard pile and draw 1 card from your deck. These 2 cards are your new hand. If you defeated after you had taken your turn, roll initiative and draw cards namely at the start of next round. On your next turn, even if that is later in the same round, respawn by placing your hero on your entry portal, collect health tokens back to your maximum hit points, and take your turn as normal. So I get to draw a card, I choose a card from my discard pile, that's my hand, and I'm back to 30 health.
Do you have to discard your...
I thought there was something about
During
discarding my
effects.
ongoing effects as well. Yeah, discard all of your active ongoing effects.
Oh.
So that one and that one are
Ouch.
also in my discard pile. Ouch.
Mm.
Ouch, ouch, ouch. Okay, and then you've had your go,
And are you here now?
and I'm going to appear here on my turn.
Right.
So, whose go is it next?
It is now the bard, I believe.
Okay. Now,
Not the monsters?
No, sorry, the monsters.
It's the
Yes,
monsters.
Yeah, monsters, quite right.
So this one.
now, before he goes,
That bit. Just looking
if I
down.
wasn't there,
Do you get any
He
experience,
would
get any
come over
victory
this
points for
way.
defeating player characters?
No, because there isn't a quest for that.
so if I wasn't there,
Mhm.
he would come over to the paladin,
Closest.
Yes, I
Oh,
believe so.
and what would he do?
He will do a massive attack doing 20 damage.
Do your massive attack.
Less his huge DR.
And would that affect the obelisk as well?
No. Oh, that's interesting.
Yes. We've said yes.
Well, we would do a lesser attack, attacking both him and the obelisk.
Okay. So if I wasn't, so it's better for us that I am there and he hits me.
Why?
How much damage is he going to do to me?
20. Why is it better for you to be there?
Well, because otherwise he's going to hit the obelisk.
Well, the obelisk doesn't cost us anything. It gives them points. which
Gives
is
us
not great.
points, which
Yeah.
is...
But I think it's better than you taking 20 points of damage, frankly.
At the moment, he's just going to do a melee. He
Okay.
won't do blade storm, which is 20 points.
You know, I think your optimum thing, if you can do it, and you can do it, would be to not be there when the Iron Golem acts.
Oh,
and
in that
and you
case-
activate these things so they attack the paladin.
In that case, I'm naturally stealthy. monsters do not see or target me until the start of my next turn.
Lovely.
So I just want to check.
You just disappeared.
I think it's a monster, the Trial Guardian.
Yeah, because it's not a creature.
But it looks pretty monstrous
not
from where
A
I'm
monster is any creature that's not a hero.
Not hero.
There you go.
That's pretty clear. Thor concurs.
Yes, it is.
So monsters do not see you until the start of your next turn.
So the Iron Golem activates.
The Iron Golem activates and goes for the nearest player,
Collection
Me.
of targets.
and then tries to get as many
How,
other
how fast is it?
well, it
6.
can only get one.
move 6.
It can only get him
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
obelisk if we decided it. So that's the nearest. That's the movement that is most efficiently gets adjacent to those two.
Yep.
It can't get adjacent to that.
They're not its priority target anyway.
No.
Although actually,
Well,
it
it could
could
have-
get adjacent.
It can't attack diagonally over that, can
Oh,
it?
okay.
So if it went
Or-
there, it would not be able to attack that one. So it might as well stay there because it can attack both.
Well,
of
it's
these.
not. Yeah, the walls, do they block adjacency? I know they block movement.
No, line of sight was
It
around
blocks
the corner.
diagonal movement.
Yeah.
Can you?
Here's
can you
a
attack
question.
diagonally?
Here's a question, Thor. Can somebody attack diagonally over the corner of a wall?
He could, but not that particular diagonal. But I don't know if he's talking about.
So this one-
That might be an
melee
old
attacks
message.
or ranged attacks or.
So normally you can attack diagonally,
Yeah.
but I don't think you can attack diagonally
Through
over.
wall.
Well, I don't know.
If you can't move, can you attack? Not through
Yeah,
wall.
not through wall. Okay.
Right.
So
Okay.
it's there, and it's attacking the paladin.
That
and
might be in the
obelisk.
rules. I just
So it's
missed
going to
that.
do a
bit.
blade storm, which is
So we
slightly
roll
less-
for each target.
Slightly less damage. Right, are you rolling?
I think Peter should have the honour of rolling this.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
What am I looking?
High numbers.
Which one are you going for? Me first or the?
Oh,
obelisk?
you obviously.
Me first.
Presume you roll
Nice
for
one.
each target. I
Can
presume.
I give it a boost? Of
Do we roll for each target?
So just to clarify, I mean, Thor said not. Yeah, he's going to go in the errata because the rules say to perform a melee attack it must be adjacent to you, including
Yeah.
diagonally. To be able to see a target, you must have line of sight, which is to draw a straight line from any part of the space you're on to any part of the other space.
Mhm.
So according to the current rules, you would be able to attack diagonally, but Thor is saying no, you can't, and that needs to be put in the errata.
But if it was a ranged attack is simply line of sight. So you could do a ranged attack through that wall, but you couldn't do a melee attack through that wall.
Which seems unusual, but yeah,
Okay.
we'll go with what Thor's saying. But
Okay, I'm going to hit the paladin
Yeah.
first.
So you're going to miss. You're going to miss.
No, I'm not.
Can it?
I got big shield. Big shield's up. Big shield.
14.
It did not miss.
Smack. Knock the seal away.
Is
so
it
you
higher
take
number?
15 damage.
Not piercing, I believe.
Minus
Yeah.
6.
-6. So you take 9
Nine.
No, it's not
damage.
too bad. You can shrug that off.
And then against your obelisk,
Yeah.
Missed.
no, 10 damage.
Can't miss. Okay.
Can't miss. So 10 damage, which means we get a point.
Yay!
Hey!
Well done, Golem. That hurt.
Yeah, he's on our side.
It doesn't feel like it to me.
Right. So that was the golems.
Yeah,
Going next.
now it's the ogre who doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
Then it's the kobolds,
Do nothing.
do nothing. Then it's the goblins.
Oh, hang on.
No line of sight.
They're not
Yes,
within
yes.
2.
They are.
No.
1, 2. They're within 2 of the golem.
Yeah, but
Does
they're
that
not within
count?
2 of a character.
1, 2. No, they're not.
They're not.
All right. Yeah.
So the kobolds don't activate. The goblins don't activate.
There's all this going off.
I
and they're
know.
just sitting
The
there.
kobolds are here just like, yeah,
Totally
whatever.
marshmallows around their
They're
fire.
saying, look at the size of us compared to this guy. I think we'll let him do
I
it.
think we'll let him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
get on with it.
No, I didn't see anything.
They can't
I
see.
didn't
They
see
can't see this one. It's just one invisible.
Then the bugbears.
Let's put a ring on.
it. Same with them.
Okay, done. Monsters are finished. It's now the bard's turn.
Okay, I'm just going to warm up my song.
Tune
No.
up.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Uh,
Testing. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2.
2. This is mic number 1. Isn't this a lot of fun? Right. Okay. Oh, but options. I could go for that chest, which gets 1 victory point.
More points.
I could go for that, which
Might get you 2 more
strips
points.
Them of
So let me suggest 2 things you could. Firstly, you can throw a javelin at a goblin. And secondly, you can go to the chest.
right. Okay.
Why do you want to throw a javelin at a goblin?
Because then the
Because
goblins
they'll
will have taken
activate.
damage. and then they'll activate next turn.
Oh, right. And then the right.
And
I
if
see.
somebody
activate next turn.
rolls a poor initiative,
Yeah.
they'll be in range.
Sneaky.
Although bizarrely, we've decided that the Iron Golem will attack the goblins, but the goblins won't attack the Iron Golem. Well, that might make sense.
Oh, now this is interesting. I can play heat metal. Range 10. May only target a monster or a hero with loot. Reroll the effect at the end of the target's turn, unless the target drops a loot card into an adjacent space to end the spell. Monsters cannot end the spell. So if I cast it on the golem,
You're going to
then
cast
every turn it's going to take either 3 or 5 piercing damage.
Ooh,
heat
that's
metal on the
nice.
golem.
Yeah,
That's nice.
well, it's an iron golem.
It is.
Yeah,
So-
it's heating up.
It makes thematic sense as well as being
Good, isn't
fun.
it? Yeah, that's
So
great.
let's do that.
That's great.
I'm going to heat the golem. Hot golem. Flaming golem. And then...
So when does it take damage? We need one of your heat metal markers.
yes, we need
Although-
to... Oh,
Doesn't quite fit on this. Put it round his head. There
Yeah,
you
that's it. Round there.
go. Nice.
right. May only... I think I do that immediately. And it says re-roll the effect at the end of the target's turn.
Okay, before you get too excited, it does 3 piercing damage, and it's
Yeah.
got 7. Piercing goes through DR. Okay, so it will injure it.
Yeah.
Fine. Okay.
So, so I roll this. Okay, so I do 3 points of damage to it.
Piercing.
Piercing, so
Okay.
straight through.
Got 72 left.
So, okay, just to point out...
No, sorry.
everybody
55, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So it's got
52.
52.
that it is the bard that is doing damage to the iron golem.
They're singing so bad.
oh, the noise.
Yeah.
What happens if you push something and there's somebody else in the way? Does it?
You're not going to be able to push him. Look at the size of you.
You'd have to read the push rules.
Well, if I did, what would happen if I did if I did a thunder wave that moves everybody within a target area away? What
Right.
happens if they hit a wall
I
or a
think
bush?
I don't know. I'll check the rules on push. There are rules in here, I'm sure, for pushing that I saw. Don't quite know where they are. Where did I see them?
Okay, I'm not going to do that. I don't think. I'm just going to move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Land on the chest.
Have
Take
another
the-
loot
Take the
card.
money.
Have another point,
Oh, amulet of health. My maximum health increases by 5.
which means you gain 5 hit points as well.
Yeah, I'm not going to argue with that.
Bull Rush specifically says that it will cause damage, but normal push does not.
So you just push it as far as it can, and it's
Push ends if it hits something.
all
Yeah.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Is it me?
That's the end of my go.
Yeah, it's all a bit rubbish. So I appear, and I've got 2 actions, and I've got 2 cards, and I've lost all of my stuff. So that's not
Yeah.
great. I will move 5, but I will play Expeditious Retreat. So it's a move of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I will play Haste. So all allies get +2 to initiative
Nice.
Well, it's in effect. Yeah.
while it's in effect.
You're done.
That's me done.
So that's the end of the round. So who's on round 7?
Round 7. Discard down to 5.
Take 2 cards.
Everybody draws 2 cards. And we have an event. The player who has just been killed comes back. Super powerful. Falling Sky. Random location. And mark it.
Is it random
Nope.
initiative?
No, it happens now.
Blue 19, red 7.
Okay. So it says roll a random location and mark it, which we've done.
Yeah.
But now we roll random initiative. So we know where it's going to land. So
12.
on 12, and I don't know where we mark the 12, a fireball hits everything within 2 spaces of this location and deals 14 damage.
I think it's going to be academic.
And burn too.
No one's going to
Right.
be there.
Why don't we use a burn ring? Put it on there.
Yeah,
We'll put it on there.
yeah, that works. Put the burn ring on there. So with this one, you know where it's coming.
Yeah.
With the other ones, you generally don't.
Hmm.
Okay, so an asteroid's come down from the sky. It's going to go boom on there.
Just curious why we would know.
You see it?
Okay. Right.
I mean, it does
so,
say a ball of fire streaks towards the ground, so we can
Okay.
see where it's coming.
all right. So roll initiative then.
Initiatives.
Oh, I've rolled a 10.
Oh, 4.
I'll make you roll again.
This is bad news.
You
13.
can have the 10.
Oh, thank you.
So I didn't get any of that. Oh, well, I got the.
I've got 8. The wizard is on an 8.
Have we moved the round marker yet?
I got 3.
Paladin's on 4. Slow coaches. Right,
This is bad.
Oh, so I'm the fastest.
you
on
are
10.
on 10.
No, the fireballs.
Oh, the fireball's on first.
Oh, yeah.
Right, so it lands and goes boom. Right, that's that done. Next.
Okay.
Next, it's the bard.
Oh, remember, blue team has +2 initiative. So, yes, I forgot that.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, okay. So
I got
you're on. 10,
So we need to roll off.
And
I'm on
6.
6.
14.
Okay, so it didn't change anything. But yeah, I did forget that. Right,
Bard's up.
you go then, Mr. Bard.
Okay, this is where I need to ask, how robust are you as a player, Paul? Because I know you've just had all of your stuff taken away from you.
Yeah,
If somebody just played Dispel Magic and made you discard the things you just played,
Yeah.
would you flip the board over and
I would try flipping this table, but it's
I
quite heavy.
don't think that should stop you. These guys have been picking on us since the start of the game.
Well, they haven't picked
Do-
on me, to be
do
honest,
not-
to be fair. It's
Do
been
not
you.
Let it upset.
It's been you. It's all
not
been
It's the
your
guy that's got all the stuff.
I'm trying to get rid of your loot
Yeah,
cards.
get the loot. If we get the loot, there's 3 points there.
It's done absolutely nothing for us.
No.
Look, Paul, I'm really sorry. Can't help it. It's just that.
I mean, to be
it's
fair,
got to
I'm
be
not
done.
worth anything.
1, 2, but I'm heading that way.
All right, so on
2,
your
3,
way.
4, 5. I just happen to be in your area,
Oh yeah.
and then Dispel Magic.
So my 2 cards have gone.
Yeah. Sorry,
Might have limited range.
15.
There you go, 15. I think he's within 15.
That's my go.
I had a counter spell earlier on before I died. It's gone now. Right, so now it's me. Have you got any ongoing spells?
Yes, I've got Heat Metal, which is working on the.
Okay.
Um,
So I'm going to do a wall of fire.
Nice.
So we're going to put a wall of fire.
You've been here before.
this is kind of getting a bit personal. It's kind
Wall of fire is going to be...
Right over the top of him.
Can you put it over the woods?
Nice.
Is that all right?
So a wall of fire affects that line
Yeah.
and the spaces,
on either side.
all spaces adjacent to them. So it actually affects an 8x3 area.
Okay.
Oh, so I don't want to do it there. I want to do it there.
Yeah.
So,
So got a way in.
its range is 10, isn't it?
So I can start it anywhere 10 away from me.
Okay.
So I'm
So
starting
that's
it
really-
there
Yeah.
and I'm going that way. Any creature affected suffers burn 2 immediately. And then if you move into a space affected by the wall, you will take another burn 2 for every space. And if you don't move, and this isn't on the card, but I've had this confirmed, if you don't move, then you get an extra burn 2.
But
But
you've got to spend an
I have
action.
to spend an action to
to
keep
keep it
that going. If I want to. I'm then going to move 5. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And because I've got Mage Hand 2, I can use Mage Hand as a chain on my movement.
But can you do it on that, or you're just
I
going
can
to
do it on this.
Yeah,
So I basically, whatever loot that is,
it's yours.
it's a hammer of thunderbolts I bring towards me, and we got a point. So it's a melee great weapon. Right, okay.
Can you lift one of those?
No. I'm
Can
dragging
you-
it around behind me.
Can you use ranged weapons in the adjacent
No.
space?
Got to be at least range 2.
Okay.
Right, let's meet them.
Creatures are up.
Monsters.
Right, so starting with biggest.
In effect, it's the only
It stays where it is.
Yep, and
So attack on the paladin.
then the
Yeah,
so paladin first.
What are you
blade
doing first?
storm.
Which one are you doing first?
Paladin first. That's a hit for
Yeah, 10 damage. It's minus your 6,
It's 4.
so you take 4.
4.
And on the obelisk,
Oops.
that's another 10.
Does that get you another?
No. I'm going to do 25 to get to the next.
And then at the end of the target's turn,
Yep.
he takes another 3.
Another 3. Okay.
So that's him.
Yep.
Next is the ogre, who
Still doing nothing.
still chilling by the fireplace.
Kobolds are doing nothing.
Kobolds are doing nothing.
Goblins do nothing. Bugbears do nothing.
Goblins haven't been attacked or damaged, so yeah,
Yep.
Bugbear's doing it. So
Mhm.
That's the
okay.
monster's done. Paladin, run away.
Okay. Get on my legs. I'll do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pick up the mask.
Mm-hmm.
Gets you
To be fair, I
Points.
didn't forget to. I forgot to take the point off when we dropped it,
a.
so I won't add it back on now
Okay.
that we've got it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to attack the fighter.
Thor might just want to confirm that you do lose a point when you drop the loot, because I don't think it was mentioned, but we figured that you should do. So when it says you defeat, you drop all of your loot cards. It doesn't mention that you lose the points, but I think you should, because the loot cards are worth the points.
Okay, so
Just
then I'm
confirm
good.
that. Yeah, it's only a VP when it's in your possession. Thought so.
Okay, so I'm going to attack with my longsword.
Yep. Oh, good.
7.
When-
It's 4 damage. Plus 2. Plus 1.
Well,
Oh.
no.
No, that's a roll.
You've
That's
rolled
a
an 8.
roll. I rolled an 8. Sorry, I get that right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
what
I'm
I'm
going to discard a card to give you burn 2 onto that.
So that's 4, 6. So that's 4 normal damage, 2 pierce, with 2 more burn.
Only 4 normal damage.
How much damage?
4.
4. Well, ignore them. Well, okay, so I've got 3 DR.
Mhm.
So that'd be 1
1 normal.
normal damage.
Can I
And
deal? I'll deal chain. 4.
Yeah. There you go.
4 more.
You've not chained anything else.
Not
have you?
chained anything else at this point.
Okay.
No.
So it's how much normal damage? 8.
So it's 4 plus 4 is
Yeah,
8
so 8
normal,
normal damage
2 pierce.
and 2 pierce.
so 8 and 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the 8 becomes a
5.
5.
Yep.
And I'll shrug off the 5. So it leaves 2 pierce.
2
was it?
pierce.
I'll take 2 pierce.
Okay.
Only change anything.
And now I
Can
can.
you give me 3?
Now I can. Oh, hang on.
You've had 2 actions. But
Yeah,
okay.
it's a chain. I can't chain. I
Can't
can't
chain
chain.
You
that.
I
can't
can't
chain
that.
2 things.
No, I can't. No. No. Okay, that's fine. Yep, done. Okay.
Didn't you have a card that you could discard a card to give me 3 DR until the start of
an
my next
interaction.
turn? So you could have done.
That's
Just
an
just saying that when he was attacking me, you could have discarded a card to give me 3 DR.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Just
Just
saying.
saying. Just let me. Yeah. Okay, I'll read that next time.
Okay, I
Sorry
will
about
take a great axe attack action. I think.
Okay.
On balance.
Yep. Try and kill him as well. He's only got 12 health left, so
I can discard a card to give myself advantage. So I guess I'm going to do that. So I have advantage on this roll.
so you're using that.
Using my interaction.
Yeah. Okay.
So that is a 12 or a 12.
It's 12.
Is so disappointing. How much damage have you got left? 12.
12.
It's
I've
got DR of
6 DR.
6.
So I will chain damage this
Yeah.
to convert all that to
You've not
piercing.
played a chain attack, have you?
No.
Okay.
To convert all that damage to piercing.
Wow.
Wow.
Where'd you get these cards? You printed them over there.
I'm a proper fighter, not like you can be paladins. So 12 damage.
12.
12 pierce.
Right, okay.
Dead.
That'll be that then, yeah.
Going well.
No.
The only trouble is I'm the only target for the goblin.
How much loot have you got there?
So I've got one piece of loot.
Which is the one you just picked
Which is
up.
the one I just picked up.
Right, so my second action is going to be a move.
To pick up that loot, get a victory point.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, which is where do I want to end up? How fast is the golem again?
6.
Right, 6. So as long as I'm more than 6 away, I won't be. Is it worth activating the bugbears? Probably not.
There's a chest there. That's a victory point. There's some.
Well, okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't get there. Nowhere near. What does the loot actually do? What is it?
Makes you
Invisible
to monsters.
Unless you've attacked or
Yeah,
dealt
Paul is
damage.
saying if Arthur stops on the loot token, can the golem get to him?
I think it can. Probably.
Yeah.
2.
Oh, see what you mean. Because
Oh, it's.
Can't get through the hole.
because it's a big base.
Can't get through.
So I don't think it can.
But it
I
would,
think
it
you've
would
got a
stop
hidey
there.
hole there.
It would stop on either one side or the other, and then you'd be able to run around the other way.
it
You can't get there.
Why
Can't
not?
go through there.
I can't go through the gap.
So
No.
it would stop there or there.
So
It could get,
It can move through it, but it can't
Yeah.
end its turn.
so it would stop there or there, and then whichever place it stops, you can kind of sneak round the other way. If you wanted to,
Yeah,
or you could just
just
run
show
up,
this on
or you
the,
could just run up and hit it.
Okay. Well, I can't rather hit this turn.
Yeah, so if you were there... Oh, you are going to go there. Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, so it can't hit you from where it is. Moving to you, it can't,
It goes to
It
there.
can
and
get to
stops.
there.
That's it.
and it would
it's too
stop.
far away. Yeah. Okay, that works. Right, so I get that. So I get a victory point for that, I believe.
Yep.
And I take 3 points of piercing.
3 points of piercing, and then a burn token comes off.
Do something like that when I get time. Yes, that was 2 actions. I defeated. If you defeat a target or critically hit with a great weapon attack. So I did defeat a target. You may make 1 additional weapon attack. So before I move off,
You can throw a javelin
I'll
at the...
throw a javelin.
Yep.
Thingy.
Okay.
15, which is 8.
which is 1 damage.
1 damage. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's not an action.
That is not an action, so you
I
can't chain it.
All right. fine.
Correct.
That was
Are
a
we
great
done?
turn.
End of the
Great
round.
turn. Really
Yeah.
good turn.
Tenth of the round.
Discard down to 2 cards.
Well, I think this
Discard
fighter,
down to 5.
I think it's fighter character.
I discard down to 2, do I?
That's down to 5.
I got knocked out.
Oh, sorry. Yes. So you discard all of your cards.
All of the cards.
You discard all of your ongoing effects. You then draw a card from your deck. You choose 1 card from your discard pile to put back into your hand.
So it's 2 characters that have attacked me and 2 characters that
I
have
know.
paid the price.
You've knocked out, yeah. Good one.
But you've got so much
And in fact, I'll tell
healing,
I was before.
DR, and everything else.
Yeah.
I did say I wasn't sure if the
Yeah.
characters were balanced
Yeah,
for PvP as it
Right. And we've proven that now.
Drop all of your loot
Well,
cards.
I think Paul's got quite a few spells. I mean, that magic missile, for example, is
It's great.
quite
You're just not using it right.
Where am I on there?
Choose a card from your discard pile. Draw 1 card from your draw deck. These 2 cards are your new hand. If you were defeated after you'd taken your turn,
he was defeated after he
you roll your initiative and draw cards normally at the start of the next round. You cannot play your interaction ability while your hero is off the battle realm. On your next turn, even if that is later in the same round that you were defeated, your next turn, even if that is later in the same round that you were defeated, you respawn by placing your hero on your entry portal, collect hit points.
Did the Iron Golem take a point of damage for its
Yeah.
fiery necklace?
3 points of damage because
Right.
I rolled for it and it.
So I think, and Thor will confirm this if we are correct, is that you're going to get 2 cards at the start of the next round as well.
As the 2 that I've now got.
Because it says, if you do that,
Yeah.
although it says to respawn your hero, that's what I'm not sure about. So it's if you were defeated after you had taken your turn, roll initiative and draw cards normally at the start of the next round.
Yes.
So it's the fact that it says draw cards normally.
It doesn't interrupt your turn order or anything.
It doesn't interrupt your turn order. So
I would have done that on the start of my next turn.
I'm not sure.
So does he respawn on his turn?
He respawns on his turn, I think, but it's about the cards because I came into the battle with 2 cards, not 4.
You did.
Whereas I've now got 2 cards because I've been knocked out.
Yeah.
And then I will draw 2 more.
And then you'll draw 2 more.
Right.
So I don't know whether
Okay,
we did mine
that's fine.
right or not.
Okay.
But
Well, it
anyway.
might have done, because it might depend on when you...
So we move on to round 8.
Yeah.
I get 2 cards.
2 cards. Very good.
I get 2 cards.
And we do an event.
Oh, I finally picked up a good weapon.
You finally picked
Sorry,
up
good
a
attack. I finally
Power
picked-
Surge. All heroes draw 2 cards immediately.
Nice.
Okay, can I point out I have no
Great.
cards to draw,
Okay, so you choose 8 cards from your discard pile.
and those are my...
That's your new deck. Shuffle them and that's your deck. And then you level up your other weapon.
Choose.
So
I
do I
also-
discard my hand?
No.
Level up the other weapon.
I also only have 1
Choose
card.
8 cards from there is your new deck.
Oh, that's my new draw pile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From which I will draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'll get rid of 3 out of here.
So I'm putting. I'm picking 8.
Right, so
1.
Thor says you're meant to grab 2 when you die and then draw normally. You did the right thing the
We
first
did.
time as well.
Yeah, because I hadn't had my turn
Right.
that go,
Oh,
so it was slightly different.
Yeah, got you.
so you got punished a bit more.
Yeah. So 1, 2,
That's a lot of cards.
3.
Right, so what happens to the cards I don't
4.
choose?
They stay in your discard pile.
Okay, so those are the card pile. I've got no draw deck of 8
5.
cards, and I take 2 out of it.
6, 7, 8. They stay in their discard pile. So the ones that you choose to stay in your discard pile, that's it. They are not part of your deck.
Okay.
And I get another 1 card. Come on, be the good one. No. Okay.
Initiatives.
Yes. Well,
11 for that
11.
one. Are you on +2? Do you get +2?
no.
No, because he's been wiped out, yeah?
We're not on +2 because my thing that gave us +2 has gone.
13.
All right, and the number was what?
Mine was 12.
12. 13 for the paladin, and 10 for me.
I'll re-roll that.
It's up to him.
Yeah. Have the 1.
No, re-roll that.
Ah,
That's better.
Eh?
hey, no,
He
you
gets.
can choose.
He can re-roll. If
So
I
you
re-roll
rolled
my-
a 10.
you made me re-roll it.
I made you re-roll it and decide which one is the result.
Yes.
What does yours
And
say?
you decided that the 1 was going to be the result.
And he
And I
gets to
get-
re-roll
And I
one.
get to. We get to
Reroll
re-roll
it
once.
again.
We've had this before. To be honest, yeah, probably I'm better off going after the.
Oh, can't re-roll it if he doesn't see him. Yeah, you can't see him, can you?
I'm here.
Oh, any ally I can see.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Thank you, Thor. Down to 1.
Yeah, through the trees.
And the flames.
So you've not had a go since I did that. Right,
No.
okay.
Still not.
So you've got to commit
An action to keep it going.
unless you want to let it go, which I'm guessing you don't, because it's probably fun watching the
Yeah,
bard
it's
Bard-
get
Bard-
it's quite good fun.
barbecue
Get
bard.
Bard getting his toes roasted.
Do I get 30 points back?
You get your full health back, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So who's first? Paladin. So you come on
Yeah.
here,
Yeah. Oh,
and then you get 2 actions.
I get rocking. Okay, so
It's a shame that Bard doesn't have much in the way of loot.
Where are you? You're
It's here. I'm
You're
here.
right. Okay, so do we power up the blessings? No, we just march in. 1, 2. Where can I go to get that through? I'll come through this one. I'm going to go here again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Oops, sorry, destroyed that altar. 4, 5, 6. There, I think. No. Can I do it with this? No, I can't react to that. I don't know.
You're them?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get round here to get.
I know.
It's tricky, isn't it?
It's a real pain.
Camp's in the
Camp's right there.
wrong place.
Yeah. And we think there's another point here. But then I can get laid into these guys. But it is winding your way through.
Mm-hmm.
You have to wind around this way.
Okay, so I'm going to. I was going to put some things in play. Well, I am going to spend an action to keep the wall going, wall of fire going. And yeah, probably should have done that. Let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remembering that monsters do not target me unless I have attacked or dealt damage to a monster since the start of your last turn.
Okay, so you done?
That's me done.
Bard.
Right. Feeling a little toasty. So if I go there, that gets me another 2.
Yeah,
And if I go there, that gets me another 2.
yeah.
So I'm going to have to go 1, 2, 3.
So you've
I
got
end
an
up
extra
with-
4 burn tokens on you.
I appear
You're going to burn to death.
looking singed. Smoke coming off my hair. My loot is now a burnt
Yeah.
piece of stick.
Smoke
And
Bard.
I'm not happy.
Tasty, tasty.
But
Gone out of tune, that's
so
for
that,
sure.
1, 2, 3, 4. I can barely see over the pile of burn tokens. I'm going to land on there. And then I'm going
Where
to
are
do...
You're on the altar.
That's a good question. Where am I?
On the altar.
Surrounded by
We're going to have to show this on the
It's the
camera.
burnt offering.
Where is it? Where is it? There he is.
Better off.
All them burn tokens.
Heading off in that direction. Well, I suppose you've got to get bossy over to do this.
So we have 6
Keeping me nice and warm though.
burn tokens.
Here I am
Well-
warming myself on the fire.
I will chain a 5 healing. So I get 5 points back.
That's all allies.
Oh yes, all allies. Have you got 5 points
Oh,
back?
dear.
I would love to have 5 points back.
Just can't touch him.
And
I've got more defences now.
Right,
Again. I've drawn back into some defences.
then, as an action, I will do the altar.
So you make a knowledge check.
Once on a turn, give an ally advantage on a skill roll. So I can do that. Oh, I got advantage already. So
You have advantage
I
already,
already
for
get
knowledge
advantage.
checks.
So I get 2 dice.
You need 8 or more.
Yes.
You succeeded, so you end an ongoing spell.
There aren't any over there. There's one over there.
The wall of fire.
Wall of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're in the wall of fire?
Is there any advantage to ending the wall of fire?
Yeah.
Well,
It means I can do the altar.
You have to end a spell in order to do the altar. So you've read that altar. Should we just flip it over because it's been done
Yeah.
by both of us, which means you've done that one, which is another 2 points.
Nice.
Yeah. And then I get
6 piercing damage.
6.
One of the burn tokens comes off.
One of the burn tokens comes off, and I'll play heal yourself 5 points.
Okay. So you guys are on 12 versus 5. So it is in your interest to kill the golem. And
Yeah, I understand
bring the
that.
game to an
I
end.
understand that. It isn't straightforward to kill the golem, as you're
it
probably
isn't.
aware.
No.
So now I'm going
And the chance
to...
of us catching up before you kill it, I think, is quite slim. The problem is, if you're dedicating your time and effort into killing it, it's hitting you.
Yeah, I know. Well, I can just stand there and throw a javelin at it, but it's such a small amount of damage.
Right,
So
yeah.
it's the monster's turn next.
Because it can't hit you from where it is.
Hmm.
So it's going to target a player.
The nearest one is...
Well, this is the thing. So it can't target me because I haven't attacked a monster or dealt damage to a monster.
And it has got line of sight, I think.
So it's just a weird situation
Yeah,
with the map.
it can see me.
It can see you, it can target you, but it can never get to you.
So it will move towards you, and then it will just stand there. And Thor confirmed that that's a way of dealing with this enemy.
Dealing with its enemy, because it sits there.
So, well,
It gets there and stops.
you choose. I think you're going to choose where it goes, because it will either be there or there, because the distance is the same.
So is that what we're saying then? That it has to target you because you're the nearest,
Yeah.
and then it moves to there, but can't actually attack it. Can't actually attack
Yeah.
you. Okay,
That's a superb position.
well that's it done. So ogre doesn't do anything. Kobolds don't do anything. No,
None
not
of
quite.
None of them do.
None of them do anything.
Nope.
Right. Next.
Thor says
Yeah.
rival party moves it as
Yes,
they wish.
we
But
did.
is that within the
Oh yeah,
constraint?
but the rival party. So it targets you, which means we move it.
Well, you get a choice whether it goes there or there.
Yeah.
But the heat metal does 5 points of damage.
5 piercing.
Fantastic.
That's a crazy powerful card. You don't have to keep an action going to.
Nope.
It's just on there permanently, whittling it down.
So that was all the monsters. There's nothing else.
Yep.
There.
Fighter.
Fighter.
What you gonna do?
I'm going to step nimbly to here. I don't worry. I'm going back to the other space.
Oh right. Okay. What are you
and
doing there?
I'm going to do a great axe attack
Oh right. You're just gonna go there, hit it.
and step.
How do you get step back?
You can do stuff. You can interrupt your movement. We've had this at the beginning. Haven't
Oh, only from looting.
we? Only from losing.
Yeah.
It's not a normal situation.
No. I don't think you can.
So it's move up to 6 spaces.
Maybe I've
over the
misunderstood that.
course of your turn, which is I don't know if that's a special ability this guy's got, but
Yeah, we have been playing it, and then suddenly my brain's just gone.
I thought that's what you had explained at the beginning.
Not
of
with an
the-
attack in the middle.
I don't think because it's an action. The moving is we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll see. It says you can space your move out. So yeah, you can.
Yeah, I thought so.
Obviously, I did explain it.
Because
and I forgot.
this is heavily influenced by D&D, and D&D you can
do
latest
that.
versions you can do that. But of course that's not guaranteed it's in the game. But all right, I am going to make
you can move any number of spaces before, between, or after other actions up to this maximum. So
So I can
I think
discard
I had forgotten that after we'd explained
I
it.
can discard
Arthur's
it.
listening to me.
I can
I'm not.
I can discard a card.
To give yourself
Give
advantage.
myself advantage. So I'll
Yep.
discard that one.
That's why it's worded over the course of your turn.
Disappointingly got an 11. Oh, can I re-roll ones? Or do you have to see me or something?
He's got to see
got to
you
be line of sight.
Where are you now? Are you over there?
here behind all
Unlikely.
of this
Okay.
flame
Pretty unlikely.
and the forests and the kobolds and the walls.
Damn it. 11. Bugger. Right, okay, so 11 does
13.
points of damage.
Still 13, which
No,
is
but I was
which
looking
is
for like 9.
6.
No,
No?
finished yet. I'm going to continue my movement. Getting out of dodge.
Yeah. Iron Golem, angry.
No, I can't get to you.
Oh, could I chain something there? Maybe I just wonder whether I could chain. I could. I could chain that original attack.
Okay.
Yeah, which I'll do. So I'll do an extra attack as a chain, which is not got advantage. Well, I could just got another card, I suppose. Or maybe I can only get once
Once per turn.
8, which is merely
6.
6 is no damage.
Bounces
Yeah?
off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Clang.
And then I'm done, and I take 2.
You move that, take 2 pierce damage, burn marker comes off, end of the round.
Okay.
So we move
Discard.
to round 9, discard in excess of 5.
Yeah, I won't do that. And we're going to draw 2 cards.
Right, the event is haste. Everybody gets one extra action this round.
Oh, glorious! Glorious!
Oof.
This is going to be such a good round.
Woof.
I'm going to be taking 4 attacks this round.
If I did a push on him, can I push him into the sea?
Don't think so. You can only push them as far as they can go. Initiative?
19 for the wizard.
6.
6 for the paladin.
17.
17 for the bard. And a crucial.
18. Whoa.
Wow.
Bit of a slow coach. Back
Event.
at
Do we have events? Or have
Catch
we had
up,
an event?
Paladin.
Oh, we have had an event.
We've had an event.
First up, it's the wizard.
Yeah.
It'd be a real grind to take this thing down from 70 to 75. I'd say with 8 players different, but 4 players on the side.
So,
Can you actually damage this thing?
How?
Well, I'm asking you a genuine question. Can you actually
I'm
damage?
damaging it every turn with my heat metal.
Keep on doing that. It's fantastic.
I mean, that's just
But that
dealing.
wasn't- but that
No,
wasn't
it's
the
dealing
question.
damage would save it.
I've got ways of damaging it.
So, we're not going to ever catch up
No.
by doing normal stuff.
No.
So, we've got to do something a bit different.
Well, do they lose? We've verified that you lose 4 points.
They'll lose 4 points if we manage to somehow
Knock him
defeat
out.
the fighter. The fact that we've thrown everything at him for the last
Yes,
9 rounds
So
I've got
much.
I got my defences back.
So much defense.
and nothing's
If I
made
see,
any
if I see you guys
difference.
heading towards me, I may change my mind about attacking the golem and take you guys out again.
But in for a penny, in for a pound, I'll do magic missile on you. Whack, whack, whack.
Right, so that's 1 lot of 9 piercing
For
damage.
you,
yeah?
it's 1 lot of 9 piercing damage.
And you have to be able to see me to do this? Where are
Oh, he's saying that the obelisk is. Yeah, I mean, there's 20 damage on the obelisk.
you?
Yeah.
All done by the golem.
If we do 20 more, we effectively gain 5 points from where we are. There is that.
If we do 20 points,
Yeah. So 5 more points will put us to there, which is 2 points, and then another 15 will put us to there. So, yeah, there's points available there.
okay.
Okay, relentless endurance, +1 DR. Oh no, it doesn't help.
It's not
does it?
gonna help.
Right, okay, shrug it off. 5,
Yeah, so you take 5.
4.
Well, I'm in for 10. Oh, yeah, 9, so you take 4. Yeah, fighter is an 8-point conversion if you take his loot. Yes, that's the potential plan.
Yeah, yeah.
Then I'm going to do Ray of Enfeeblement on you.
What does that do?
You do half damage with all weapon attacks on your next turn. Just because
Just because.
I can't find the exact thing, so I'm going to put that one around you.
So
even
that
though
makes
that's
it
the wrong one.
no point attacking at this round.
Okay, and we have another action, don't we? Because we have 3 actions this round. So I think I'm going to do a firebolt at the obelisk then, since I've just been reminded that the obelisk exists.
Just doesn't stop. Line of sight.
Nope. Or I could just go on here,
I think it's all-
and that gets us a point. But the problem with going on here is that I'm nearer to them.
That's what I was thinking.
And the firebolt has a range of 15. So I'm going to do a firebolt at the obelisk. It's 12. That's 13 damage.
Nice.
Can I do that? Can I do that?
So who's getting damage? What's getting damage?
The obelisk.
Yeah, holding centre. And the boss doesn't see me. Yes. The boss doesn't see me, but somebody else might. So 13 damage, which moves this marker up to there, getting us another 2 points. Oh, also, 1 more kill. 1 more kill on a minion gets us 2 points. So there's a few places where we can get 2 points, 2 points, 2 points.
Okay, in that case.
Okay, so you're done, right?
That is me done.
Okay.
So, enfeeblement, half damage from weapon attacks this round, yeah?
Half damage with weapon attacks on its next turn. Doesn't say whether it's round down or round up. Oh,
All of
it's an ongoing thing. I need to keep it going to maintain it. So I could keep it going.
Wow. Can I see?
Yeah.
Is it completely Ben Jackson?
It's a range 10 and you are 10. Now, whether if you move out of the 10 I can keep it going or not, I'm not sure.
On its next turn, brackets totem. Not sure.
Yeah, the only way out of it would be Dispel Magic. Okay. So yeah, it keeps going as long as I can keep maintaining
As
it.
long as you spend half your turn maintaining it.
Yeah.
Every turn. Okay. Bit dispiriting. Right. Well, while I'm here, as a first action of my 3, I will spew Dragonfire.
Oh dear.
Which
Yeah,
will
forgot you
do,
had that.
which will do 9 damage, presumably unless it's DR plus burn 2.
Oh, because we're on round 9.
Yeah.
Yep. So it's just a straight 9 damage, you don't need to roll.
No.
Yep.
But presumably this card goes away because
Yeah.
it says until used, and I've used it.
Burn 2.
Yeah, burn 2, yeah.
Okay.
So that was one.
Burning ring of fire.
That was your first action.
Yeah, so I could attack it, and let's say I got a critical, that would be 13, 19, halved, 9, less 7.
Yeah, you're saying if you went to the altar and dispelled magic, you could get rid of the Ray of Enfeeblement. Except you've already used that altar. So yeah, they can't use that altar again because they've already used it.
Yeah, the other one is up here.
Yeah.
But actually, maybe I should go over there then. 1, 2, 3. So I've taken one action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I can take down the Ray of Enfeeblement on the following turn.
Mm-hmm. Well, and yeah, get 3 more points as well.
But it's pretty much the only game in town, so I will do that.
He's coming out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I then take a point of piercing.
Yep, from the burn.
But you have to be in line of sight for the Ray of Enfeeblement.
No. Well, you did initially,
Oh,
but now he's enfeebled.
okay.
Right, so I need.
Oh, we got down to 19 after dealing like 70 damage to you.
So that was 3 actions. So
That was 3 actions.
Yes, all right. Oh, I could chain this in.
We've got a chain movement.
I've got chain any as it happens, but
Okay.
no, I'll leave it at that.
Just keeping an eye on the time. It is 10:30. I don't think we are going to get to the official end game of
No,
killing the boss.
no.
No, especially with me doing that.
Yeah. Without that, I could potentially have killed it this round if I
Could you?
got a bit lucky. Yeah.
Okay.
I have to get a bit lucky because I
Yeah.
could do. Could I have got it down? I had 3 actions.
Yeah. One of which would have. Oh, could you have?
I can
Chained
chain
an extra
I can chain
action?
an extra action.
So it would have been 4 attacks.
4 attacks, and one of those attacks I can crit, and I can choose afterwards.
Yeah.
I can crit on the 13.
And
So
the crit for you is 6 extra damage.
Almost guaranteed a crit in those 4 attacks.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, it stopped it happening with the Ray of Enfeeblement. Anyway, we'll keep on playing for another round or 2, and then see what happens.
That was me done, I think, wasn't it?
Yep.
So,
Bard.
Bard.
Okay.
Toasty Bard.
Is this actually here or is it in the corner? Can't remember.
Let's have a look. Where
It
was
might have got
it?
jogged at some point.
It is in the middle. Yep, that's where it is.
Bard, do your stuff.
Okay, well, you don't want me to come over here then because you're doing that.
Yeah, I guess. If you can do any healing, that'd be fantastic.
I can do 3. Well, I'm going to move, I think. What's the best place to move?
If you move here,
Yeah.
That constrains where he can move to.
I don't know where he's going to move anyway. Okay. Well, I was thinking about moving to there. It was a question whether I carried on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep.
Yeah.
You could attack our obelisk.
Now I can chain Song of Rest. All allies may heal 3.
Heal 3, so I'll put in 7.
You've got a plan to kill things, do lots of damage.
Me.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Next. So that was a movement and a chain move.
Yeah. So next is going to be. Next is going to be a motivational speech.
Okay.
All allies get +5 max and a bardic inspiration token. So you get
+5 maximum hit points, and you gain 5 hit points, and you both get bardic inspiration.
Yeah, so I'm not sure how you represent the. Well, I suppose if I put that on there.
Yeah, we just have to remember that that goes when that disappears.
Yeah.
So we need to get rid of that. Right, and you got an extra action this turn. So it's 3 actions this turn.
Well, I'm just gonna. I'm so rubbish with the sword. But can I do this instead? I'm going to do Thunder Wave.
Okay.
And it's just a spell attack, range 1.
But you're doing it on
Yes.
the squares there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it gets
both
me and
you
the obelisk. Yep. So on me.
On you. 8 damage, push 2.
8 damage is still pretty good. I guess I get pushed to here.
And the obelisk,
I'm assuming the obelisk can't be pushed.
5 damage.
Still takes 5.
Oh, wait a minute. I rolled a 1.
You did.
And I think I've got line of sight. 11. That's better. 8.
8 damage. Okay. You got any wands down there? You did a couple of wands.
Yeah.
So Thor has made the observation that your ranged attack is all piercing.
Who's
Yours.
mine? Oh, I have got piercing with my rapier.
No, your ranged attack. Your
Range attack does do. Oh yes, that's
Gives
right.
vicious
okay.
mockery.
Well spotted. Right.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I could have hit the golem instead.
But then it'll come for you.
It's going to come
Yeah.
from anyway.
Well, I've done that, and
Yeah,
I've rolled the
close.
dice, so I'm not going to take that back. But that is a good point
Yeah.
because I can do
Your
that.
your ranged weapon is pierced.
now. Okay.
Right. Monsters.
Starting with.
So is the Iron Golem then going for you?
I think it must do.
He's one
because
close.
I
It's
can't
not,
see
it's not
you.
targeting me.
He's one closer than me.
Oh, hang on. I should have taken damage.
You
for
should
the,
have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 piercing damage.
I also had an inspiration token, so I should have had advantage on one of those rolls, but I won't back calculate.
With 5
So how much damage?
5.
5. So this is moving, but because it can't actually get to you, it moves double towards you.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then it basically moves to there.
Okay.
But it can't attack you because it's done a double move. This
So can it go through that gap?
It can go through the gaps, it just can't end its turn on a non-legal
okay,
space.
misunderstood.
So it will be able to move to be adjacent to me.
It is adjacent to you.
Oh, it's adjacent to me now. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But it's run out of actions. It now takes the heat metal and the
Yeah, so it takes
and
2 from the bird.
2 piercing from the burn.
And how much from the heat metal?
5.
So it takes 7.
7. Wow.
Yeah, okay.
It's getting there.
It is getting there.
Yeah.
Right. And now it's the paladin. So
Hey.
you've got 3 actions.
Okay, 3 actions. First action. Moonbeam.
So
So
Within
target
range
everything
10.
In range 10. So basically I'm going to drop that on there. Alright. So it goes on there.
yep. And everything in that area
Everything in that area
gets hit.
gets
So-
hit with
So this one is 6 damage. So this one's wounded. So
Yeah.
D is wounded.
D kobold.
And then the other one is 12 damage when it
12
kills
killed it.
it. So that's C. Now that counts as a hit, which means we get another 2 points for that
Right.
because that's tier 2.
Then I'm going to do
So first action was
first action.
that,
was
but that
that.
stays in play. So there's a moonbeam now coming down here.
Okay. Next action is the lightning strike.
Yep.
Lightning breath. Okay, which starts
You probably want
Here.
to come over here and do these then, don't you?
and fires at this one.
Or help
Just
me.
that
No,
one.
potentially I could take
Yeah,
that down
I
in
can't
one
get
round.
another one in
Is it
line.
worth keeping that and just doing a javelin instead?
Well,
well,
if I
I'm
wasn't
gonna
enfeebled.
throw the javelin.
How do you do that?
I can throw the javelin twice actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good idea. Yeah, okay.
How does that do that?
Yeah, I'll do the javelin on then.
Well, the enfeeblement's caused by an active spell he's got, so if you
Range
do
6.
the
Yeah.
knowledge check, read the runes, whatever it's
16.
called, take down that
Yeah,
active
that's
spell.
9 damage. That kills that
Oh
one.
yes, of course.
We've done that whole game, I think.
Kobold D is dead.
Kobold D
Sorry,
is
I forgot.
gone.
Saying grab the loot. What loot?
Not loot. No loot yet.
Don't think there's any loot yet, is there?
Not for me. Okay, then I'm going to do
Oh, take the middle, grab the loot. Yeah, there's no loot yet. Oh, treasure chest. Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
I may have had that planned for
Five.
next turn.
Well, this one. I'll go for this one. I can see this one, can't I? So I can throw the javelin at this
You
one.
can do your third action, which is another javelin at
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah. Which is 9.
Which
Which
is
is
enough damage to damage
it's a
it.
10. It's 5. Yeah. So
B
damage.
gets damaged.
Which one? B.
B, Kobold B.
Kobold B.
Can we move through obelisks?
And then I'm going to do an extra attack, the chain,
These things, I presume so.
No,
which
these.
is an additional one on Goblin B,
These.
I don't know.
which is 8, which does enough to kill Goblin B.
I think on the setup map it went.
So Goblin B goes.
Okay, well done.
That's
Which
another
is
hit.
another kill. I'll get some tokens in a minute. I'll just move those.
Is that victory
Is
points?
that more points?
It's not. We need
No,
5
But
more.
when he says one more,
Oh, it says on the quest card it's impassable. Yeah, it does say blocks movement. Yep. There are some more tokens.
Okay.
when they take down another one, they'll gain 3, which will put us neck and neck. At which point, there's no point us killing the golem.
Right,
Right.
that's good.
So you've done your 3
I've
actions.
done my 3 actions.
So round is over. We go to round 10. We draw 2 cards.
I can't draw. I've got
So you choose which 8 cards you want from your discard pile to become your deck.
flip that.
Level up another of your cards. Okay.
Yep.
We need to do a random initiative for the random loot token, which is going to fall from the sky.
Oof, right here.
20. So we don't know where it's falling.
All in the moment.
Yeah.
We'll know real soon.
And then the loot is going to respawn, yeah, at the end of this round.
So, initiatives.
Initiatives.
Mine is 11.
3.
10.
Okay, at least we've all got different initiatives. Right, so the loot goes first on initiative 20 and lands
14,
18. Where's 14? 14 is there. Oh, that's handy.
That's
That's
nice.
very handy.
When picked up, draw a loot card.
Very handy for
Right.
a bard. You might be moving first.
And it's the bard first.
So we can get a point and a loot.
Yep.
On the other hand, if you How much damage could you do to it with your ranged attack?
Maximum of 6.
So you'd have to move away.
It's not range. You have to move first.
But you could.
Yeah, but he'd only get one attack that. And it's becoming not in our interest to kill that golem. I think if we can't take it down in one round, it's probably not worth it.
Because you think we might be able to
Well,
do enough to
you've
sneak
got to
ahead.
kill like a kobold to get.
We got to kill 3 more.
Have you?
Yeah,
Have we?
because it's between 5.
Oh, it's 10.
It's 10
So it's
total
5.
hits.
Okay, so it's not quite as.
So we need
okay.
3 more hits on minions to get 3 points.
Oh, okay.
We could. That's probably the easiest
So
one.
this is a
If
point.
we destroyed that, that would be 3 points.
If we destroyed that,
If we destroyed the obelisk, that would be
Ah.
3 points.
Right. Where's my teleportation when I need it?
How much damage did I do to that? Oops.
Misty step.
An 8.
You did 8.
So first up is the bard.
Yeah, Bard is first.
Yeah, sorry, I'm still managing my. Okay.
6. Do I have to be adjacent to it to hit it? I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
With a melee
going
attack.
to do dissonant whispers on the golem.
Hang on. I'm going to counterspell that.
Okay.
So you discard the card, but you don't lose the action.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah, I've used the card.
In which case, I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
It's hiding in the corner.
and I will throw a vicious mockery spell at it.
You need line of sight for that?
Have I not got line
Yeah,
of
it's got
sight?
one.
Yeah, okay, you got line of sight.
I thought I did.
I mean, you could just move 1, do that, and then move the rest of it. So, yeah.
Oh, it couldn't get through, could it? If I stood there, it wouldn't be able to get me.
Well, it can move.
No. It doesn't
No,
get
it
count.
can't. No,
No.
cannot get you from there. You're safe. But if you're going to go there, where were you here? Why don't you go 1, 2, 3, 4?
He says he's
5.
out of actions. Who's out of actions?
Isn't any actions? Any actions?
I didn't lose my action.
No. The target's spell fails, has no effect, and is discarded, but the target's action is not expended. So he's still got 2 actions.
Oh, is it you that
Still think so.
it says huge counter spell? Only 2 actions this turn. Not sure.
This
What that
is
means.
Whispers.
Not sure what it means.
Dissonant whispers.
Is Dissonant Whispers 2 actions?
No.
No? Okay. I'm not sure what you mean. Okay. Even the designers make mistakes sometimes.
Right, okay, so I'm going to do a ranged attack as I'm part way through my
Yep.
movement. But I'm inspired, aren't I?
I think you have to do that before. Well, what does it say? What does Bardic
advantage.
Inspiration
Give an
say?
ally advantage on a skill roll. Discard a card to play this when
It's not a
No,
skill
it's
roll.
not.
a skill roll.
It's not.
It's an
It's,
attack.
but it's not that.
It's not.
It's
Sorry,
something different.
I had intended to do that, but I've rolled the dice without doing it, so it's a 2, which means it's a miss.
I think you can expend that to give something advantage. I think that's what it does.
Yeah, skill roll, isn't it?
It's a skill roll.
No, this is not your. It's not your interaction. It's something else.
It's a bardic inspiration
That's it.
token that came from my motivational speech. So I motivated myself,
Oh,
and I
well
had
done.
and I had been planning to use it, but I didn't.
But where's the
remember to
rules
use
on
it.
what Bardic Inspiration
It's
does?
on the card, but I can't quite read it from here.
An ally may never have more than 1 inspiration token, but I have got other
It's
cards
plus 5.
which tell
It's
me
plus 5 maximum health.
Right. There's a separate card which is Bardic Inspiration, which says inspire an ally other than you by giving them an inspiration token. They may spend this token before any roll to get an advantage
Yeah,
on that roll.
okay.
But the motivational speech didn't say that it had to be an ally other than me.
Okay, but that's what it does.
So I think it gives me that,
Yeah.
which I could have used, but I didn't remember to do it, so
Yeah.
it's too late.
Okay.
But you've only done one thing, and you haven't finished.
So bardic inspiration should be on somebody else, not you.
No,
No,
it's,
no,
it's on me.
that's correct.
Sorry, we know,
Alright.
we're fine. And I'll carry on moving, and I'll land on pick up that loop where
Good.
it is.
That's exactly what you should do.
Get you a point.
And then sadly, you take lower down.
And then I take.
And then you take 4 damage.
Okay, can I have some wands if anybody's got them?
There's some ones here. Forward.
Just one will do for now.
Okay. Right. Is that you done?
And sorry, I can chain
Chain
move.
move.
All allies may heal 5.
Oh, sounds good.
Yeah.
Dear, oh dear.
It's a little frustrating to just whatever you do,
You could just heal
they,
it all up
they
again.
just
Can I have a 5 damage?
constantly keep healing it. Meanwhile, we just keep getting killed.
Mhm.
Right.
Right, that was the bard. It's now me.
Fighter next. Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
The fighter is going to try and read the runes on the altar. This will be fun.
Right, so
And
knowledge
you
13.
thought your headband of intellect wasn't going to come in useful.
I did. It may still not be good.
Off you go then.
No.
But you've got inspiration, so you're.
Yeah.
So the inspiration
Take it off. The
gives
roll
me
twice.
a skill on a skill roll or any roll.
Any roll.
That's an
Any
in roll.
Any roll. Okay, so we're going to do that on the skill roll.
So you got 2d20. You need 11 or more.
Because of the...
Yeah.
Yes.
There you go. Done. So are you getting rid of the Ray of Enfeeblement?
Yeah,
Ray of Enfeeblement's gone.
and we get a total.
And you've now done
Oh yes, that last.
that. We'll just move it up, which
That's
is easier.
more.
Which is 3 points.
Yeah, that was...
I mean, another alternative game end trigger could be
Mm.
when a team gets to 20 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rather than a fixed number of rounds.
Yeah.
Again, that's not in the rule book, but it might be something that they might be considering as an alternative way for the game to end.
Now I could
Because
change...
20 points when we played this afternoon, I thought it was way off. You're never going to get to 20. However,
16.
3 quests. Well, it's because we got 4 quests.
Yeah.
But 3 quests is 18. So getting to 20 is doable.
Okay, done. It's now Paladin's turn.
Paladin.
Paladins,
Right.
then
So-
the monsters.
So how many points do we get if I get this?
3.
We get 3 more points.
Yeah, we've currently dealt it 25 or more damage.
Yeah.
If we deal it if we deal it 40 total,
And he's worth a point.
that
That's
And-
only
and-
no, it's not worth a point.
It's worth a loot.
It's worth a loot.
loot to go past it. I have to
So-
kill it.
And it is another success that goes onto your pile here.
Yes, but it's not enough.
Yeah,
to
it's
give
not in
me-
the rule book because it's hard to catch up. The catch up mechanism is the boss.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm going for this. So I'm going to use a move action.
Yeah.
Which is 1, 2, 3.
Don't you take damage if you go through that?
Yeah.
I
He
will.
does,
Yeah.
yes.
I will.
Only
Yeah.
once though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Run through your own moonbeam.
Yeah. 5, 6. Let me just stop there a moment because that's the end of my move.
Yeah.
I then roll for damage, which is 11, and the moonbeam gives me 12 minus 6. That's 6 damage. Well,
Ouch.
I might have to pay you a visit in a minute.
I'm the one who went there. Then I'm going to use.
So you're obviously there so you can attack the Paladin, right?
Yeah, right.
Sorry, not attack the Paladin.
The golem.
The
Ruffles.
goals. Yes,
Let's
so
take
I'm
Ruffles.
there
on the
because I'm now
Wait,
going
don't
to
hit me.
chain the move, Misty Step, at any
Oh, you've got
time.
one of them as well.
Yeah, I can move. I've only just drawn it.
So it's built up to 6 places.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That puts me in range.
Just right, off you go.
And now I do my melee attack, which is the long sword chained with. Here's the damage. So I can do
Don't
that
need to do the
afterwards.
damage until you've rolled. Yeah.
No, just making sure there's nothing else to combo before I do that, but I don't think I do. When you play a weapon, it's going to give 2 more. No. So,
Okay. It's a. We have not
you
rolled well
cannot
tonight.
believe that. And it's +1, so that's
That's like-
2.
That's like 3 really important
Can
rolls
you
where we've rolled.
possibly?
Yeah.
can you possibly?
Can't beat bad dice rolls.
Okay, but I can.
No,
No,
you
'cause
didn't
it's a
deal
miss,
damage.
so I can't do any damage. That's not an action. That's not
Yeah.
a chain. Declaring a weapon attack. Yeah, that's when declaring weapon attack, which I didn't
And
do.
that's going to attack you. Shall we say that you went there instead?
Yeah, I could have reached the same.
Why is that going to attack him?
Because it would have done. 'Cause
close.
he would have been within 2.
Oh yes.
But if
yes.
we-
I
if we
didn't-
just
I
say
didn't-
you went
I was,
there.
I was more excited about knocking the obelisk down.
Oh yes. No,
Yeah,
he wasn't within
which
two.
I
Oh,
completely
both
missed.
yours.
Okay,
Right.
well,
Me?
that's great.
No,
Oh,
monsters.
creatures.
So biggest doesn't
Well,
see
who's
you.
it going for?
Doesn't see
I think
you.
he's going for him.
I think so.
Yeah.
Can it get there?
Oh,
No, I don't
1,
think
2,
so.
3, 4. Yeah, it can.
Oh, yeah, I can go through there. Good
Straight
point.
across.
So it does, and as many other targets as possible,
Nice.
Which is none.
which is the
Oh,
obelisk.
the obelisk.
Obelisk,
Yeah.
yeah, nice.
so it does the same thing as it did before.
Yeah, let's do it again.
So
Against whom?
Against Paladin first.
Paladin.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
do
bounced
you
you.
want to roll for damaging our obelisk?
And damage on the obelisk.
Yeah, come on in. 2. It's 10 more.
10 more. I don't think that's it gone. Is it?
That's 43.
Oh, it's gone. Obelisk is destroyed. We get 3
Oh.
points. Yeah, we just take it off.
See what I did, just turn up.
Yeah.
I've got to go and do the work for me.
Right.
And the golem, that's finished its turn, so it takes 2 hit points, loses a ring,
Takes 1.
1 hit point,
1 from the ring.
And that's your
but then
And your
roll.
heat metal.
11, which is 5 damage.
Kobolds. Kobolds are next.
Yeah,
So
I
they
did hit
go.
them. So they are energized.
Well, who's nearest?
Doesn't see you.
Doesn't see me.
Doesn't
1,
doesn't
2,
see-
3.
Doesn't see.
Does it not see? It doesn't see me. So
No, it doesn't say, but did
Not
they
the
take
target.
damage before
Yeah,
their
they
last
did.
turn?
Yeah, because no, not for their last turn.
he hasn't taken damage this turn.
No, but
No.
did anybody in the group take damage?
No, because I killed all 3 at once.
That was last.
The last turn.
Yeah, I don't know when. I don't think this has had a turn since they were killed. But I can't
That
remember.
does seem right, actually, but I would have done that on the last turn.
What's their movement?
So yeah, I would.
Their movement's only
probably
4 anyway.
Right.
They're not
Two,
going to be able
Well,
to.
it can't see me. but
Can't
it can
see-
see you.
can't
Does
target.
it need line of sight? Because it would target the paladin.
No, it goes for the nearest one.
the nearest.
But I don't know whether it would go through the moonbeam. It would seem silly that it would go through the moonbeam. Just because it's getting late. Let's just put it there.
Yeah. Okay.
Right, my go.
Does it move twice as much?
It did.
You did do
Yeah.
it.
So I'm not.
Or says they target the paladin.
That's what we've done.
When active, they remain active. That's some crucial rule.
I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
Okay, I must have missed that. So once a camp has been activated, they then
They
stay
carry on
activated.
going.
Okay.
Fair enough.
And line of sight is needed, but I don't know what in context that is really.
Yeah.
That's
So
I think that's
I'm
focusing.
here.
To the hero. Line of
Yeah.
sight to the hero.
Can't really do very much apart from 1, 2, 3, 4.
Nice.
I've got a flame tongue. It's worth a point, and then 5.
Because you know you're good at swords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my
Got history with swords.
movement. I can chain move that. So I can teleport 6 to there. Teleport 6 spaces to a space you can see. Can I see there? Yeah, I can see there.
You can see through moonbeams.
No, I was trying to think of going over there, get the altar, but no, that's okay.
Trying to do that.
Teleport to there. Yeah, Flame Tongue is great versus the Golem because it stacks burn, keep hitting it, put loads of burn tokens on.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then we will. I could attack you with a firebolt.
It just bounced off his armour again.
But since we're running short on time, I'm going to do Burning Hands instead. And I'm going to make my allies attack burned extra 2. It's a 3. It's just, yeah,
5 damage.
dice is just ridiculous. So 5 damage with burn 2.
That's to me, is it?
Yeah, it's normal damage.
So I take 4. I'm feeling very
Just,
singed.
yeah,
Singed.
the crazy low rolls have been quite bad. Right, okay. So, should we play one more round
Yep.
and then call it?
Unless we're close to finishing,
Yeah.
we might. Okay.
So, we draw 2 cards.
There's
We
10, 11.
move on to round 11. We need to replenish the chests. We need to respawn. Nope. Because there is still a kobold left.
Yep.
And we need an event. Arcane Exchange appears at a random location. Somebody wants to roll the random location.
13, 13.
13.
Yep.
Nice.
Free. When occupying this space, you may remove a loot card you possess from the game to draw a new loot card. Once per party. The exchange loot is removed from the game. So basically, you can go there,
What we loot.
give up a loot card to get
Okay, a random.
a replacement loot card.
I suppose, because after all, the intellect of
Yeah, there's no use to you anymore. So
Right. Initiatives. 5.
13.
9.
Anybody roll 10?
7.
Right. Paladin first.
Yeah.
What you going to do?
If I can kill the kobold,
It will drop a loot,
it will drop a loot which I can then
which
get.
is a point.
But I need to get it with.
Are we not supposed to
A
refresh
big-
things?
We did.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yeah.
sorry.
Flip the chests over, but none of the monsters respawn.
Okay, that's going to give
Because?
me 18.
Because that kobold is still alive.
Ah, yeah.
10,
That would be a
11,
good reason.
8 plus days. Well, that will be 6 to move it, and then I can javelin it. So that's the best way to do it. I can, as an attack action on each of your subsequent turns, you may target a new area within 10 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would get the moonbeam there, which immediately does at least 6 damage.
Okay.
So I'm going to do
So
that
you're going to move the moonbeam to
as an
there.
action. So that's an attack action I've made.
Yeah.
I could chain. I can't because it's not a weapon.
So that wounds
chain-
damages the kobold, does it?
I can chain that, which heals 3 at the start of each of my turns. So I'm going just because I can get it in, which is kind of handy. And then I'm going to javelin.
Do we do the damage from the
Oh
moonbeam?
no! Let me just put a damage token on.
Is it
Oh,
automatic?
it's actually a roll, shouldn't I?
Because it might kill
Because I
it.
think
Yeah.
I usually miss.
I could, yeah. 11 plus. Yeah,
So
could
does
do.
that kill it?
Yeah, it does.
Okay. So we get that on there, and the loot token drops on its space.
Okay, now I have to take the damage from running into it.
Oh, because you want to go and get the loot
I
token.
want to get the loot. But never mind, eh? It's just the way it goes. I could have javelined him first.
And then the problem is the iron golem's probably going to come for you.
Yeah. Well, how many rounds we got? So let's go. So let's go running. So I just go 1, 2, 3.
So take your damage.
Yeah, okay, 2. That's 2. Take my damage. 14, which is 12 damage. Minus 6
Deal
is
of
6
6.
more.
And you found
6.
Armor.
Elven Chainmail. Damage reduction 2. If your starting DR is already 2 or more, this has no effect. There you go. You've got a useless. But it's worth a point,
I got that. Okay, worth a point then.
doesn't it? Yeah.
And that 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, go on, stand
Yeah,
on there. It's worth an
stand
extra
on
point
there.
if we're there at the end of the round.
If I'm still alive. Yeah. Okay,
Right.
that's me.
Paladin done. Monsters next.
Um,
So it goes for you, and there are no other targets. So it just moves there and deals you a straight.
Does it move by shortest route, or do we have some control over
I
it?
think you have some control. Where do you want to go?
Actually, it's not going to make a difference. Forget it.
Sure, don't we go via
Okay.
this thing?
But you need a 4 or more. Dead. 20 damage.
20 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you now lose that victory point, don't you?
You lose all of the victory points from the loot that you had.
That's one.
Oh, do you only have the one?
Yeah, the one. Oh, but you've got it, yeah.
You're out, but I think we'll.
That's fine. I'll
Yeah.
time out.
Any other monsters? No other monsters.
so he takes the heat metal damage.
At the end of his turn.
Oh, that might be different.
Is it still 5?
5.
Yeah. Okay. And then it's the bard.
I'm going to go 1, 2, 3.
I'm intending to attack the golem this turn. Can I suggest if you do the same, we might be able to take it
Yeah,
down?
that's what I'm doing.
Okay.
So I'll take all my flames
Take the flames with you.
with me.
Yeah.
But I am going to remember this time to use that
Okay. Yeah.
bardic inspiration, so I get advantage
And what you're going to
on
do?
my ranged spell attack, vicious mockery. Ha ha
Ha ha ha,
Wait,
golem.
Okay, before you jump at this, does this do piercing damage?
Yes.
Good. Can I boost this in any way? No. Okay.
Well, he's already got advantage.
He's already got advantage,
Yeah.
All the
Go.
attacks.
Go.
19.
19.
Apparently, I could have got something with Mage Hand. Oh, this. Yes, I can pick that up with Mage Hand at the end of my turn.
Yeah.
So could I.
Have you got Mage Hand?
Yes.
So what have you done?
6 piercing damage.
It's on 11 health. Okay, we might not need to call the game end early.
And I think that's the end of my go.
That's the target's next roll suffers disadvantage. Yeah.
Yes, it's
So what-
disadvantaged on its next roll.
You've got a disc.
Oh,
Vicious
vicious
mockery.
mockery. Ah, stupid golem.
Did you want to move any more or not?
No, because I'm safe there. It can't attack me.
Hey,
Yeah.
we're going to end this round anyway.
Oh,
but yeah.
well, okay.
Okay. Right, and then
Even.
you take 5 damage. Yeah,
Oh,
5 piercing damage.
sorry, I could chain to that move. All allies may heal 3. So I take how many damage was it?
You're going to take 5.
I'll take 5, but I should have had 3 back.
Okay. Right, so you're done. Fighter. You going to try and kill it?
Yeah.
That would have been better for me to go for that loot,
3,
actually.
4,
Because I could have kept it, because he could
1,
have kept it.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4.
You to run through the goblin camp.
Right. Just leg it through them, pushing them out of the way.
Kick over their pan of beans.
Yes,
as you go.
is that a space one can go to?
Yes.
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 Okay. Do that.
So you have 2 movement actions.
2 movement actions, but I can chain. This doesn't quite work, does it? Damn it. Right, we'll do it anyway. So it's 2 movement actions. First movement action, can I chain anything off that? Yeah, so after the first movement action, I'll chain an extra action.
Right. Second action was to move, and now you've got 1 action left.
Well, potentially I could change something off the second movement action. which
Yes.
I'll just-
Yep. Have your bardic inspiration. Blooming bards.
You set fire to my
Out-tune-
loot.
out-tune loot.
Still on fire.
Set fire to my loot.
No, I'll just do the attack.
Okay.
I will discard a card to give myself advantage.
Discard a card to give you advantage, yep.
I guess I might as well discard this. Ignore damage, can't.
Here we go.
Come on, give me a good roll. 16.
16's not bad.
Now this is a normal action.
Yes.
So I can change something.
You
on
can
this,
change something. So 16 is dealing 13 damage at the moment,
Wow.
which is enough to
which
kill
is
it.
not enough to
Not
kill it.
enough.
But if I made that
So-
all down
Piercing.
to piercing,
That would be enough to kill it.
That's it. Boom. Good.
Well done,
Well
Arthur.
done. Well done.
Oh, I still get a go.
I don't know. It's instant death, surely.
I don't know.
No,
Yeah, I mean, on my go, there's no
Well,
way.
actually, that would be interesting because if you did have another go, potentially you could overtake.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Game ends. Those are game ends
game
immediately.
ends, right.
There you go. So remember, we are playing with the reduced health, which is not.
Yeah, it would have been a bit of a
75
quite
would
a
be
don't,
grind.
try
actually.
and, don't try and talk it down. I think
No.
that's
I'm just saying for those people watching, we did play with the
yeah.
reduced health. So
Well,
the
I think-
recommendation is that you play with
Yeah.
fewer health on the bosses when you're playing with fewer than 8 players.
Yeah. I think that's because otherwise it'd be a horrible grind. I think.
Anyway, I'm glad we didn't have to call it early,
Yeah.
and we did actually finish it in the proper
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
So it was 11 rounds in the end, and the scores were 16 and 13. So we're gonna wrap things up. You're not gonna get any opinions from us tonight because this is a sponsored video. So we're not going to tell you what we think about the game. Our job here is to show you how the game plays to help you make a decision about whether it's the right game for you. A huge thank you to Thor for being in the chat tonight and helping us with some of the rules. Definitely keep an eye out on the WizKids website on Board Game Geek because I think there's going to be some FAQ, certainly for certain interactions of how certain cards work. And the one rule which we learned tonight is not being able to attack diagonally over a wall, which isn't in the rulebook, but they will be publishing that as a errata later on. Just before we disappear, a big thank you to all of my patron supporters that fund the channel. A lot of the content I create isn't sponsored. Tonight's was. And I do rely on the financial support of the Patreon campaign to keep the channel going. So if you like the content that I create and want to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/gaming rules. And that's it. We're all done. So thank you very much to you three for joining me.
Thank you.
And we'll see you all next time.
Our pleasure.
Cheers all.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.